Long Beach Joe, and I am back at it, back at it, back at it again. I'm back at it again, man. Listen, we got a lot to discuss, okay? We have quite a bit to discuss. There's a lot of things going on. We know the free agency has got jumping, okay? The New York Jets got things moving and shaking. They've made some trades. They've made some free agency signings as well, gotten some players in here. And it's been interesting. All right? The Jets are making some things happen. Also, we got, stuff going on around the league as well, some trades as well. Max Crosby on the move. He's a Raven now. So many things going on around the league, and we're going to have that discussion. So let's go ahead and get into it. Listen, I am the man of the people. I'm here for the people. Let me shamelessly promote my Facebook page. Everyone go on Facebook, search The Long Beach Joe Show. Like that page. My content's up there. Go ahead and give it a listen. Hold on a second, caller. Message me. I'll message you right back. Okay, let's go back and forth and have that great discussion. Also, leave me some feedback. Okay, you can leave me some feedback on there as well. And also, let me know what you think about what's going on over here. And I truly, truly appreciate that. All right. Also, your boy is on X. Okay. I'm calling it X, but I call it Twitter. Let's keep it real. All right. I call it Twitter. I'm not gonna stop calling it Twitter. Okay. It is what it is. Salutes to all the savages. I see y'all. Come to y'all in a second. I know I've been gone, but anyway, excuse me. I'll be on Twitter, okay, for those of y'all that don't know, okay, at Long Beach Joe, at The Long Beach Joe on Twitter. Go ahead, follow me. I'll follow you right back. Let's go back and forth. Let's have that discussion. I try to have solid discussions with people. I really do, okay? Solid, meaningful discussions with people. I try to be civil. There's a lot of people that don't want to be civil with me. That's cool. That's cool. I'll yell right back. Okay. It is what it is. I don't have a problem with it. All right. But it is what it is. Okay. So come on over at The Long Beach Joe on Twitter. Talk to me. I'll talk back. Let's have some discussions. Let's go back and forth. I'm also on YouTube as well for those of you that do not know. Okay. A lot of people catch the show on YouTube. Okay. Long Beach Joe Jets. That's where it's at on YouTube. Long Beach Joe Jets. All right. They say, hey, Joe, we caught the show. We didn't know. You looking good, baby. Listen, I'm a handsome guy. I don't want to toot my own horn, but people say, hey, Joe, you're looking good, man. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. Okay. All right. I'm just here, to talk and talk Jets and give these takes. So I want to thank everyone, that says, hey, your boy, you're looking good. You keep a clean lineup, Joe. We respect that. Thank you. Okay. I want to thank everybody that watches the show. Come on over and join us again at Long Beach Joe Jets on YouTube. Come on over to the YouTube channel. This is where we do the live shows. We talk that talk. We have a lot of fun. Keep in mind when you come over here, though, you're going to have to deal with some people, all right? It's my chat. I call them the savages. You want to know why? Because they're savage, okay? They are savage, all right? And they're going to get at you. They don't care who you are, what you got going on. They're going to let you know what time it is. Point blank, period. All right? So, salutes to all the savages. I see you in the building. Julia, always good to see you in the building. She says, hey, Joe, my boy going to be gone. I had high hopes for Justin. I did as well. I was hoping to see him do his thing here. Things didn't work out, but it is what it is. We'll be talking about that. A lot of roster moves. Salutes. Doubled. I see you in the building. Salutes. Rusty, salutes. Good to see you as well. Jody, good to see you. He says Geno Smith is a terrible quarterback that the Jets messed up trading for him. He will make sure they get the number 1 pick next year. Oh, early. Jody coming out the gate early. Okay. All right. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? That's his take. We're going to get into that. The Jets have made some trades and done some things in free agency. Caller, hold on a second. For any callers that call and I miss, I will come back to you. I'll give you a call. We're going to move through these calls. We're going to be talking about Jets free agency and everything we got going. So, JJ, just hold on a second, and I'll come to you. I just got to quickly go over some of the moves the New York Jets have made. So, as everyone knows, and also, please give the stream a thumbs up if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell. If you want to give to the platform, Super Chat is at the top of the screen. Cash App is in the screen as well, right there on the screen. Anything you give to the platform is greatly appreciated. All right. So now we're going to talk about Jets free agency. Boy, oh boy, have there been some things moving and shaking. Okay. First off, we're going to start with the New York Jets made sure, all right, that there were some trades made early. We saw Jermaine Johnson get traded to the Titans for T'Vondre Sweat. All right, so that's a big nose tackle that the Jets are getting into the building. Jermaine Johnson goes to the Titans. He ends up, getting able to partner with Robert Saleh yet again. Then we saw Breece Hall get franchise tagged. Everybody was talking about the transition tag. I thought he was getting the transition tag. He gets franchise tagged, and that's $14.2 million, $0.29 million. For Breece for 1 year. So we're going to see what happens going forward. They're going to try to negotiate a deal with them. It is the non-exclusive franchise tag. Again, I thought they were going to put the transition tag on him, but there were some rumors moving and shaking saying that the Jets did not do that because they thought that the Broncos were going to come and steal him away. Now, keep in mind that Denver does have one of Breece's former college coaches on that staff. So, interesting move by the Jets. We'll see what happens. Maybe we could see the Jets end up trading Breece if the right team calls. We will see. But, 2 first-round picks is what they'd have to give up for him. So I don't think that's very likely at all. All right, so we'll see things continue forward. But Breece is going to be here. He has been franchise tagged under the non-exclusive franchise tag. Now, the Jets also made some moves bringing in Minkah Fitzpatrick. The Jets make a trade, all right? Jets trade for Minkah Fitzpatrick. They gave up a 7th rounder to the Dolphins, which actually was a Chargers pick that the Jets had. And they get Minkah. And immediately Minkah gets a 3-year, $40 million deal with the Jets. I think that this is a solid move. I do. Of course, Minkah is not the same, player that he was when he was like 25, but he's still a good safety in this league. And we know the New York Jets needed safety help because the safety play last season was terrible. Oh, my goodness, it was terrible. It was so bad, right? There's a lot of just nonsense going on back there. So this is an upgrade from what we had. You got Minkah into the building. Solid starting safety. Can still play in this league. The Jets also went and got David Onyemata in the building as well on a 1-year deal. This is a nose tackle. This is a guy that he's going to come into the building. All right. They got him for $10.5 million. 9.7 of that is guaranteed. He's a run stuffer, so he's going to be on the other side of Sweat. And, he has a relationship with Aaron Glenn as well. They crossed paths there with the Saints for some years. So I thought that this was a solid move as well. The Jets got ran on all last year, all day, all night. I was stunned watching this Jets defense last season. It was horrific. I have never seen something like that, where it just seemed like every team that played us was running for over 100 yards. It was mind-boggling. So it's good to see them try to address that, bringing in a guy, a nose tackle, bringing in a solid defensive tackle there. And the Jets continue to make moves as well. They signed Joseph Osei. Here's a guy that's going to come into the building. He's tagged as a pass rusher, but the numbers are he's only had 5 sacks. That's the most he's had in a season is 5 sacks. That's like the most. But, he can get after the quarterback a bit. He's got a 3-year deal, $34.5 million. $22 million of that is guaranteed. Again, he had 5 sacks last season. I'm thinking that the Jets, paid him that much. Immediately, there was a lot of people looking and saying, hey, that's an overpay for that guy. The stats, the numbers, the production doesn't say that he should be getting a 3-year, $34.5 million deal. What's going on here? I think the Jets signed him. They're bringing him into the building saying, hey, we think that we can get this guy to the next level. Yes, he only had 5 sacks last year. That's kind of his season high. But, right, with the Jets here, I'm thinking they thinking he can get like 10. You know what I'm saying? If he gets that 10, gets into breaking 10, that deal doesn't look so bad, all right? So I think they're signing him, bringing him in on potential. Again, we still got Will McDonald as well. So they're just continuously making additions on this pass rushing tip, which is necessary, right? Because in this league, if you can't get after the quarterback, you're going to have a lot of problems. And we saw the Jets get crushed with that as well this past season. I mean, quarterbacks had all day and night to throw the ball against the Jets, If it wasn't Will McDonald, it just wasn't going to happen. And that's not enough if you want to be a winner in this league. So we'll see what happens continuing going forward with Joseph in a Jets uniform now. Hopefully, again, those sack totals get up. Demario Davis is now back with the New York Jets. Yes, I will say it again. Demario Davis is back with the New York Jets. I was a little stunned at this year. All right. Demario Davis gets a 2-year deal, $22 million, 15 of that is guaranteed. All right. I was a little shocked. I mean, Demario Davis is a 37-year-old linebacker. All right. He's a guy that can still be extremely effective in the running game. I'm excited to have him in the building to do that. He's going to come downhill, run support, he's solid. Now, pass, that's when it's a little shaky, baby. A little shaky. All right. We'll see what happens. I think he's going to come in and be able to snatch that middle linebacker role. We'll see what happens with him in Sherwood. But it's good to see him back. But I'm just a little bit worried about him in the passing game. But I also know that not only is he going to bring us some really good stuff in run support, but also he's going to be a guy that's going to set the tone in the Jets locker room. For goodness gracious, we need leaders, man. We need guys that are going to step in and give these young players the what for, okay? Demario's going to come in. He's going to show you how to be a professional. He's going to make sure that things get cleaned up in this locker room and set guys straight and make sure that they buy in and get ready to go. So bringing in Demario Davis, I think that's a solid move for the Jets. I know there were some people complaining about how much he got paid as well, but it is what it is. Demario's here. He's a Jet yet again. All right. Kingsley Eningbre. Here he is into the building, former Packer. 1-year deal, $10 million. He's another guy that's a situational pass rusher in here with the Jets. Only had 2 sacks last season, but again, he's going to be a guy that's going to be within that rotation that's going to be able to continue to provide pressure. Now, this is important, man. This is really important. And I talk about this. I talked about it earlier with Joseph. Listen, you got to have multiple guys in your rotation. If you look at all these teams in the NFL, you look at the Eagles. It isn't just one guy or 2 guys that they have. They have a rotation of guys that are able to just continue to get after you over and over and over again. They don't have just 1 or 2 big pass rushers. They got 3, 4, 5 guys, situational guys that come off the bench in the rotation. He's getting after you. And even if it's not he's getting to you for the sack, he's giving you so much pressure that he's able to just cause disruptions within the play as well. And that's important too. So good to see Kingsley brought in the building. Also, Dane Belton. Dane Belton is now a New York Jet. Another safety they brought in. 1-year deal, up to $6 million is his deal. This is a guy that, I believe is going to play on the other side of Minkah. He's a good tackler. That's a big, big stick for him in his game, which is extremely important, right? We saw last season the Jets safety struggled with tackling. My goodness, from Cisco, he was all over the place. It was just a lot of nonsense back there. We saw a lot of bad tackling, a lot of broken tackles, a lot of nonsense. Belton's bringing in some short tackling. He's also a guy you can put on special teams as well. So a guy that has a lot of utility. I like that. He's being brought into the building. He's now a New York Jet. All right. Now, another big trade that the New York Jets have made. All right. The Jets also traded for Geno Smith. I know it sounds crazy, right? 2026, Geno Smith is a New York Jet yet again, all right? The Jets have traded for Geno Smith. They traded a 7th-round selection in 2026 draft. The Raiders traded a 2026 7th-round pick for a 6th-round pick in the 2026 NFL draft to the Jets. So here we are. We get Geno Smith and a 7th-round pick. The Raiders get a 6th-round pick. And also, Geno Smith is also, restructured his contract prior to the trade. So the Raiders are going to pay the majority of, what he was going to count for us. And the Jets are going to get Geno Smith on a contract just over the veteran minimum. So I think that's like $1.3 million. That's a good deal. All right. We basically all we gave it was a 6th-rounder. We got a 7th-rounder back. We get Geno Smith, who clearly is going to be our starter, and we pay him next to nothing. Okay? Good move for the Jets. Good move for the Jets. Again, I don't think anything the Jets are going to do, especially a quarterback, was going to make them a playoff team, right? But this is a guy that's going to be able to hold the fort. He's going to be able to be solid for the New York Jets. We know, Geno Smith. Geno Smith was a guy that we drafted, right? In 2013 in the second round, right? Brought him into the building. Things didn't work out, but we saw him go elsewhere and be able to resurrect his situation, okay? He was with Seattle for a minute, was a franchise guy over there. He's given a deal over there. Then from there, he's gone to the Raiders. So he's coming back here, and I just want him to be solid. He's a guy that's going to be able to get the ball to Garrett Wilson and all these guys and just be able to be a solid veteran presence there at quarterback. It's going to be interesting to see what the New York Jets continue to do, there at quarterback. Who's going to be our QB2? Maybe they continue to go into the pool. I think Carson Wentz is a guy that I believe the Jets are going to target if he hasn't, been signed already. Carson Wentz is absolutely a guy I think the Jets will look at. His connection with Frank Reich, who is now the Jets offensive coordinator, I think is huge. Him and Frank Reich were together with the Eagles 2016 through the 2017 season. Also, Frank Reich brought him to the Colts when he was a coach there in 2021. Things didn't really work out with the Colts, but that just shows you that Frank Reich trusts Carson Wentz and wanted to bring him in because Carson trusts Frank Reich and also trusts the system that he runs as well, and he knows that system through and through. So we'll see what happens continuing to go forward. Again, there's a lot of other guys that the Jets can look at to bring in, there at backup quarterback. There's so many guys. I'm not upset about Geno Smith being brought in at all. I think it's a solid move, especially, again, veteran minimum. We gave up nothing for him, basically. I know that there was some Jets fans talk about Kyler Murray. I was never interested in Kyler Murray. I don't want to have nothing to do with him. A lot of character concerns. His work ethic is a concern. Not interested with it. But we'll see who else is going to be out there. There's a lot of talk about Andy Dalton, a lot of other guys. We'll see what happens. Again, free agency starts officially on Wednesday. We're going to see guys get released and cut. But, again, I think this was a smart trade by Moogie, and I like it. I also like the Minkah Fitzpatrick move. I thought that was an extremely smart trade. I was a little shocked that the Dolphins even traded him within the division. All right? A little shocked by that. So, Moogie's making some smart moves, man, and he's making some things happen. I know a lot of Jets fans wanted splash signings, but again, there's nothing that they could do in free agency with what they have that would immediately make the New York Jets a playoff team. The Jets are going to have to utilize the draft as well to continue to build this football team. That was another reason. I was getting into it with a lot of Jets fans about trading for Mac Jones. I think that would be one of the most idiotic things that the Jets could do is giving up a second-round pick for Mac Jones. I am so glad that didn't happen, and it should not happen. Mac Jones is not a guy you want to give up a second-round pick for. Don't talk to me about, well, Sam Darnold. That is a fantasy, okay? Let's stop. That's just Sam Darnold. We all knew that Sam was talented, okay? It's not like Mac Jones was in a situation that Sam was in. No, he's been places that are well coached. Let's not start dreaming away and do something stupid. The Jets need that second-round pick. They need that second-round pick to continue to build the football team. They need that second-round pick to possibly utilize to move up in the draft if they're out of certain spots and they want to go move up and get a guy that could be utilized in a package to make something happen. Okay, you could also use that second-round pick to go get a guy that's far better than Mac Jones to fill one of your spots on your football team. Okay, so no thank you on the Mac Jones stuff. I don't even want to hear about that. I was so tired of going back and forth with Jets fans and arguing with them about that. So no thank you, and I'm glad the Jets did not do that, okay? Also, and again, caller will be coming into you in a second, the New York Jets lost some free agents, okay? They lost some guys that I were hoping that they were going to bring back. Elijah Vera Tucker is no longer a Jet. That hit me. That hit me, man, and it hurt. I'm not going to lie, it hurt, all right? And it hurt because Elijah Vera Tucker signed a 3-year deal worth $42 million with the New England Patriots. Oh! Oh my goodness. That hurt, man. That hurt. Okay? Jeez Louise. Just hit me right upside the head with a bat. All right? I wish AVT, nothing but, you know, luck and success with the rest of his career. But to go to the Patriots, it's bad enough he's not a Jet anymore, but to go to the Patriots. And I know there were some Jets fans that were upset, but it was reported that AVT did not want to be here anymore. He didn't. He was ready to move on, and he is gone, okay? He is gone. So he's over there on the other side, one of our most hated division rivals. John Simpson is also gone as well. He agreed to a 3-year, $30 million deal with the Ravens. So he's back with the Ravens. Now the Jets have a hole there at guard. I wonder what's going on. Nick Folk is also gone as well. Agreed to a 2-year deal with the Atlanta Falcons. So we're going to be talking about that tonight, man. There's a lot of things moving and shaking with the Jets. Again, additions still being made. Also, they got Nashawn Wright as well from the Bears. They were able to sign him in the building. So, you know, to a 1-year deal. This is a guy that's a 6'4" corner. Like, he's 6'4". We know Aaron Glenn like those tall, you know, lanky corners. So, solid value. I like him being brought in as well. Wanted to make sure that I talked about that. So he's going to be on the other side of Stevens, and we're going to see what he brings to the table. So interesting things, a lot of things moving and shaking for the New York Jets. 805-885-0467. That's the number to call in. If I do miss your call, I will come right back to you. All right. Salutes to all the savages in the building. Put your thoughts and your takes in the chat. I'll be coming to y'all as well. Salutes to everybody. All right. I see y'all. Rusty salutes. He says, I'm not happy about AVT going to New England. Watch now. He's going to be healthy and be an all-pro. It's terrible. Yeah, I can't stand that because I'm telling you, when AVT, we all know when AVT is healthy, he's literally one of the top offensive linemen in the league, point blank, period. So let me get to these callers, okay? First, JJ, can you hear me? JJ, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Could you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. First off, let me show you some respect, okay? For those of you that do not know, JJ is in the building, okay? Listen, this man JJ, he is a savage, okay?
Yes,
He's a savage. Listen, salutes JJ. There's a lot of things moving and shaking with the New York Jets right now.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think has been Moogie's best move so far in free agency? What is a move that you like the most?
Honestly, the one you just spoke on. I think getting Wright from the Bears for that cheap is a steal and a half. The Bears fans are rioting in the streets. I was reading their comments. They are fuming.
Well,
this guy, he had 5 interceptions, like you were saying. He's super tall, 6'4". That's a great signing.
Yeah,
physical guy. That's a steal.
Yeah,
absolute steal.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, he's a long corner as well. I'm excited to see what he's gonna do. We all know, the Jets needed some cornerback help as well. We've moved on from Sauce, so there's a hole on that other side. And if Wright can come in and get that done, in Aaron Glenn's system coming here, I'll be excited for it because we need that help. We saw the secondary struggle all last year with the New York Jets, and so he's going to fit in and be able to help us. But I'll tell you what, man, one of the moves that I thought was really good and came out of nowhere was the trade for Minkah Fitzpatrick. I was looking around when I heard about that. I was like, wait, what? Like, I was shocked. You know what I'm saying? The Dolphins trade him and keep him in division. Like, that was mind blowing to me. And again, here's a guy that's being brought in. He can still play. Like, he's a solid player. He's not 25-year-old Minkah, but he can still ball. And we know the Jets needed help at safety in the worst way. What are your thoughts about that move, JJ?
Yeah, I can't agree more. Like you said, maybe he's not the player he was 4 years ago, but he is still a high-level player. I mean, they said supposedly not rumors. I was reading that they were saying his interceptions were down last year because supposedly they were playing him more as a box safety more so than in coverage. So maybe we'll switch him back to more of a cover guy. So maybe those interceptions could go up, which we need, right? We had a whopping 0 last year,
Mm-hmm.
which is comical.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it's been a low key, very, very solid all season. Not
Yeah.
sexy, right? Not splashy, but
Mm-hmm.
I think it's effective.
Yeah. Just
It's
trying their
effective.
best to fill those gaps. It's nothing too crazy.
Right,
Um,
right,
I mean, but I tell
right.
you what, another move, Geno Smith, man. Listen, Geno
Oof.
Smith is back here with the New York Jets. We all know that
He's back.
we were trying to figure out who the Jets quarterback was going to be. It's assumed he's going to be the guy, right? He's going to be the QB1. What were your thoughts about
Right
the
there.
trade made to grab Geno and bring him back into the building?
Yeah, okay. So I'm a Jets fan, so I know everything is always negative, negative, but
Mm-hmm.
whenever we make a move, the first thing I do is try and look at the positive.
Mm-hmm.
And I know last year was terrible, right? But the positive for me is he was behind probably the worst offensive line in football, right? So coming to a good line now, right? He's got his tackles. Yeah, the guards. Interior O line is a bit of a concern, but hey, we got Wilson, we
Mm-hmm.
have Taylor, we have Mitchell, and I'm sure we'll draft a wide receiver early in the draft. Maybe at 16 or early second round.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to be hopeful. I know he had a couple very very solid seasons with the Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping with more time to throw, and we should have a solid group of weapons. Trying to be hopeful. I think he can be okay. I think he could be solid. I do.
Mm.
Yeah, I do.
What are your thoughts? Was there another quarterback that you were more interested in than Geno Smith? Is there a guy,
Uh,
or is he better than the guy you wanted? Like, is there a guy
uh,
that you wanted that wasn't Geno though?
not really. That's why I'm not too down because I mean, is a car that
Mm,
much better?
mm,
Like he was trying to come out of retirement. Cousins, I'm not really feeling that.
mm.
Murray, not really feeling that. I'm okay with it. Like
Okay,
there wasn't much out there, so yeah, I'm not really down. Honestly,
okay,
I'm not really too down about it,
okay.
to be honest.
I tell you what, some Jets fans are down. They're down
Oh
with
yeah, I know.
They're down with what's
Yeah,
happening with Brees Hall. There are some Jets fans that are upset that Brees Hall was franchise tagged. They wanted to either get a
yeah.
deal done or felt like the Jets should trade or move on from him. What are your thoughts about Brees Hall getting the franchise tag, man? And do you think that the Jets will be able to work something out with Brees to keep him a Jet long term?
Okay, so my honest opinion, I think he's going to be traded during the
Mm.
season. I think, yeah,
You
I think
said
he's
you
going to
think
be
he's going to be
gone.
traded before the season?
No, during
Oh,
during the
okay,
season.
okay. Talk about it.
Yeah,
Talk about it.
yeah. I think because most likely, right, we're not going to be going anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this will be the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. By the around the trade deadline. Listen, I like Brees Hall, but I feel like as Jets fans, we overrate him very much. I
Wow.
believe. I don't. I think he's good. I don't think he's great. He's solid. To me, he's a solid running back. Nothing more.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
You don't.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Uh,
I'm gonna disagree with you. I do believe that Brees Hall is great. I truly do. I think
yeah.
that
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
here's why. Here's why.
Yeah.
And I respect
Hmm.
your take, but here's why.
Yeah. Me too. Of course.
Brees
Yeah.
Hall is a guy that he's an all around back. He has every single. When you look at running backs that
Hmm.
are complete backs, you look at Brees Hall and he has that exact same skill set. You give him the ball coming out the backfield, you hand him the ball, he can do work. Right? He's elusive,
Right.
he escapes tackles, he has some speed on him, he gets to the edge quick. He's a back that you can put in all facets of the game and he is going to succeed. You get him out there in the passing game, he has great hands, right? Just
Yeah. That's
basically
true.
damn near like a wide receiver, another wide receiver for us. We can motion him out.
Hmm.
He can handle his business. He's a solid blocker as
Hmm.
well. And when I look at the New York Jets, I just look at us and I say, I don't think we've ever put Brees Hall in a true position to succeed, ever. since he's been here.
No, good points. No,
Um,
fair points.
yeah,
Fair
I
points.
mean, when you look at our
Yeah.
offensive line, has it been really good enough to ever really open holes for him like that, like crazy,
Mm-hmm.
like it should have,
No, it's fair. Fair.
right? And
No, I
also,
respect your opinion.
and
Absolutely.
also, when you look at Brees Hall as well, you got to look at, hey, have we ever had an offensive coordinator that really knew how to utilize him and his skill set?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we have since he's been here. Really, they only really cracked in him maybe what I honestly, I don't think anyone ever really cracked into his true potential as far as utilizing him within the offensive game plan. What was happening last year with him was downright embarrassing. The fact that I was seeing Brees Hall on the sidelines in critical moments of the game, I was saying to myself, what's going on here? You know, that's why I thought that they were going to move on from him anyway, because it's not like you guys really value him. I remember Moogie talking about, oh, we love Brees Hall. We think he's so great. And the first thing I said to myself when I heard that, I was like, I can't tell. Your utilization of him sucks. It sucks, you know? So, but I do understand why some Jets fans think the way that they think about Brees Hall. But I think he's one of our really only true proven offensive weapons. If we're talking about proven offensive weapons here with the New York Jets, truly it's only him and Garrett Wilson. And you can argue that Garrett Wilson, or you could argue Brees Hall, especially last season, was the offensive weapon for the Jets because Garrett Wilson was on the sidelines for so long. Brees Hall had over 1,000 yards with like
I respect
nothing.
Your opinion, absolutely.
Yeah, he had over 1,000 yards with nothing, and so he was the guy. Defense is game planning for him. He still played out. So I understand, but I do agree that I think that there's a possibility that Brees Hall could be traded. He could be traded. Yeah. I think he could be a guy that could be traded on draft day. I could see that as well. I could see that if they can't work out a deal and they go into the draft and they're like, look, this guy is just not going to work here. We know that he wants to be somewhere else, which that has been reported as well. During the season, it was reported that Brees Hall was looking for a fresh start, whether it be with the Kansas City Chiefs, which I think the door is closed there with Kenneth Walker going there, but he could go somewhere else. So we'll see what happens. But he's JJ. What you said, I don't think it's far-fetched at all. I don't think it's far-fetched whatsoever that he could end up being somewhere else. But I truly hope that the New York Jets are able to get a deal done and keep Brees Hall in a Jets jersey. As we continue to talk about this offense, though, JJ, man, AVT, John Simpson gone. Ooh. What are your thoughts about the Jets taking a hit like that at the offensive line position? And what do you think is going to happen? Where do you think they should go to rectify this guard situation, man? There's a big hole at guard at this point, right?
Big time. I mean, I'm not so upset that we lost AVT. I kind of figured that was going to happen, but the Patriots, this man's playing 17 games next year. He's going to be healthy.
That's a fact.
You just know it.
Yep.
You just so I have a question for you. In the draft, what about? I know it's not sexy, but like you're saying, guard is a weakness right now. So there's a super, super talented guard out of Penn State. Yeah, it's not flashy, but at 16, if he's there, I believe his name is Ione.
Yeah, Ione.
I believe that. Yeah. So I mean, if he's there, right? You have to think about it at least, don't you?
I mean, yeah, you could think about it, but right? I'll tell you what, man. I'm not going to lie to you, and I'm going to keep talking about. I talked about this a couple shows ago. Listen, the Jets at 2. If they trade down, which is what I think the Jets should do, the Jets should be literally grabbing as much capital as they can to push into 2027 into that draft, especially if you want Manning.
Oh yeah.
Right, especially if you want Manning, because if we don't have the number 1 pick, you better have something to put together, a package to put together. But I'm telling you right now, if Sonny Styles, who I think is going to be within the top 10. I don't think he'll go as high as 2. I know he had a great – I knew he was going to blow away the combine. I knew that.
Oh, yeah.
I knew that day one. I was telling everybody. But I've been talking about Sonny Styles and Mekhi Lemon is who I want to see the Jets come away with out of the first round. And I think that Sonny Styles is going to be somewhere – he might be 10 and then in the tweens. If you can trade down from 2 to like 8 or 9, you take Sonny Styles. I'm doing that all day. I understand what you're saying. I think that the kid from Penn State, I know there's another guy, from Auburn, I think is Lou. People talking about, all kinds of stuff. I get that. Looking at a guard, I think the Jets could make that move. But to me, I'm keeping my eyes on Sonny Styles. He's the guy you can come in. He adds to the pass rush. You can move him around. You can do a lot of stuff. And then Mekhi Lemon on the other side of Garrett Wilson is so deadly. I don't want to pass that up, but that's what I think the Jets do there in the draft. What are your thoughts?
So why not take him at 2? I know he's a linebacker, but would you think about it?
Yeah, of course I would think about it at 2. I just don't think the Jets have to. I just don't think the Jets have to. That's why
I think he can go. I think he can go sooner than you think. I think he can go Wouldn't shock me if he goes in the top 5. It really wouldn't shock me.
I mean, it wouldn't shock me either. It wouldn't shock me either.
Yeah, so
it wouldn't shock me.
I would love to get him. Honestly, if we took him at 2, no complaints from me.
But then you got to think. You got to think too. If you don't get, let's say he goes. Let's say you trade down. And let's say the Jets trade down to 5 or 6 or something like that.
Right.
You take Sonny at 2, then you're going to still have a shot at Bain or Reese. Still, I would think. You would still have a shot at Bain or Reese. One of those guys.
Right.
So,
oh man,
I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. Again, that's just my thoughts as of now. I think that I feel like he'll. I wouldn't be mad if the Jets took him at 2 at all because I like him that much. But
I love him.
I think if you get down, if you make that trade, get down to maybe 4 or 5, get some type of capital. You get down to 4 or 5. I think you can still take him. I think he'll still be there. Me personally, he's not going to sit for long, but he's still going to be there. But that's me. That's me. So
that would be ideal.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. If you could trade down a few spots and then get him,
and just grab some capital.
Oh yeah.
So, as we continue forward, is there a player that's still out there that you want, man?
Oh boy, not somebody that comes to mind right away. Honestly, not really.
Okay.
Do you have anybody in mind?
I mean, I would like to see maybe Wentz brought in. There's some other guys as well. I know that there was some talk about Brian Thomas. I don't know what's going on with him at this point. Again, a lot of things moving fast. We're talking live.
Down year last year.
Yeah.
He had a down year last year.
Yeah. We'll see what happens with him. I don't know what the Jags are trying to do with him. He's a guy that I'd like to see the Jets go after as well. I don't know exactly what's happening with him right now, but if he's still available, I'd like to see him brought in. That's kind of the guys that's on the top of my list. I think they're going to end up with that. So, but Thomas is definitely a guy that I'd like to see the Jets end up with.
So,
sure.
Yeah. Absolutely, sure.
So my final question before I let you go, man, so far, what is the letter grade you would give Moogie for what you've seen so far in free agency?
Honestly, B+.
Okay.
B+.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Listen, JJ, phenomenal call from you. I want to thank you for calling in. Next time I have a show, I want to hear from you, all right?
Yes, sir. Thanks so much, my man. Have a good one, man.
Same to you. Listen, JJ calling in with some fire, man. He's calling in with some fire, all right? Point blank period, and he's letting it be known, okay? Listen, give the stream a thumbs up. There's a lot of talk, a lot of talk surrounding Brees, a lot of things moving and shaking. Hold on a second, Rusty. We're going to come to you in a second. I already know what time it is. I already know you want to give us your thoughts, and I'm here to listen, all right? Again, everybody, please give the stream a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, all right? Let me know what's going on. Salutes to all the savages in the chat. I will be coming to you, okay? And between these calls, we got a lot of things going. Prestige, salutes. Good to see you in the building. He says Elijah Vera Tucker turned heel. Yes, he has. He has, man. It sucks. It sucks. Such a good player. All right, from a great college organization.
Debatable.
From SC. Shut up. Shut up. From such a great school, okay? And he wants to be a Patriot. What a filthy decision, okay? What a filthy decision. It stinks. All right, it stinks. But salute to you, Rusty. Good to hear from you again. Good to see you in the building. For those of you that do not know, Rusty is a savage. He's a savage. All right. Listen, Rusty. We got a lot of things moving and shaking. Listen, let's start with this, okay? I want to talk to you about Geno Smith. Moogie makes a trade, brings him back. Okay. Here he is, Geno Smith in a green and white jersey again, man. What are your thoughts about, Moogie making a move, getting Geno Smith back into the building, and basically getting him on a contract where the Raiders are paying the bulk and the Jets get him for nothing?
Better watch him around Clemens, and hopefully he pays up so Clemens don't break his jaw again.
Come on.
But I had
such a cheap shot. You gotta know, okay? You gotta know the cheap shots are coming. Continue on, man.
I had to throw a zinger in there. I had to. It's not a bad option for, what could have been, because I didn't want to give up a boatload of money. I didn't want to give up trades, and definitely not for Mac Jones. Mac the Hack Jones, no thank you. And yeah, I mean, like you said, he threw better, but he did have a terrible offensive line in the Raiders. So we'll see. Hopefully he doesn't do too good. We need to draft a quarterback in 2027. So that draft class is going to be amazing with QB talent. So
yeah.
But I
know
think
people
he'll
are
definitely do better than Bustin Fields. Oh, thank goodness he's gone.
Yeah.
And he was a Buckeye, not my decision. But yeah, things happen.
Yeah. Well, Justin Fields, didn't work out here. I'm not, it sucks. But
I told you guys.
Yeah.
Just knew it. Didn't like him at the Ohio State Buckeyes.
Yeah, it
best
is what it
color
is.
red in the nation.
Yeah,
Yep.
it is what it is. He came from an awful school, so I'm not surprised that he didn't work out
an
here.
awfully good school. You're
so
right.
as we continue forward in these times, talking about the New York Jets and everything that's been going on here, I understand. A lot of people looking at this situation with Geno Smith. I think it's a solid move as well. Geno's a guy that's just going to be able to come here, distribute the football, and make sure that you can evaluate guys. He's going to be a consummate veteran. He's going to show up. He's going to be prepared. He's going to be able to get Garrett Wilson the football and run the offense effectively. And I think that's all you can really ask for if you're the New York Jets at this point.
And he's still got an arm, so
Yeah.
he can bomb it.
Yeah. He can still get the ball
And
downfield.
he does. And he's not afraid to chuck it.
Nope.
He really isn't.
Not at all.
Good, bad, or indifferent.
Yep.
So,
What are your thoughts about the situation with Breece Hall, franchise tag, man? What do you think is going to happen with him going forward? Do you think he'll be able to get a deal done to stay a Jet?
I love Breece. I like him, but it's just oh, shut up, man. Do not hit press send, when he sent out the thing on Twitter. Did you see that?
Yeah. Telling everybody
it was just...
he's pocket watching. You know what I'm saying?
It's just come on, dude. No.
Yeah.
But I agree with what that guy said before. I think, unfortunately, we're going to trade him by the deadline.
Yeah.
By, next season. And it stinks, but...
I want to put this out there, again, for those of you that are watching back. Breece Hall, okay, a lot of things were moving and shaking with the New York Jets. Guys were getting signed, getting brought in, and Breece Hall tweeted out, damn, we sure got a lot of money in Florham Park. All these contracts dudes is signing.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting. That's an interesting tweet. That's all I'm going to say. It's an interesting tweet. I think that is just him kind of, lightly poking at fun at, hey, I'm franchise tagged. I've made it clear that I would like to be signed. He talked about having a chip on his shoulder before the season started because he didn't get a deal when Garrett Wilson and Sauce got a deal. Okay. He didn't say that. He just said he had a chip on his shoulder, but we know that Garrett and Sauce got their deals. He was expected to get a deal. Did not happen. And here we are at the end of the season after he breaks 1,000 yards. Still no deal.
Yeah, that was incredible. He actually broke 1,000.
What'd you say?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was just agreeing. It's just incredible that he did break 1,000.
Man,
that's something in itself. It really is.
Listen, this is why I understand Jets fans, are frustrated. Some people feel like he's not. I don't see how people feel like he's not good. Breece Hall is a really good player. I just think that the New York Jets have yet to put him in a position to truly succeed. I'm telling you.
I see the Marshall Faulk in him. I do. I agree with that. That's who he sort of reminds me of in a way.
I don't I don't want to say that name, but you make a point. I just that's a you know what I'm saying, that's a big
Marshall
name.
Falkish.
Yeah, that's a big name, but he does have that all around back skill set where he does everything well. And again, I think that people also forget there was a time when Breece Hall literally carried the New York Jets offense without a shadow of a doubt. It was Breece Hall, and more Breece Hall at one point before he got injured.
And our offensive coordinator figured out he could catch. It was unbelievable. Well, we all knew that. But, hey, take somebody some time. Like okay,
it was insane. Went down with the injury, but came right back, and he's been playing well. And I know there's been a lot of frustration on his part. With the way he's been handled within the offensive game plan, and there's talks about him wanting to move on, but he's franchise tagged and he is here. So we'll see what happens going forward. I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe something happens on draft day. We'll see as things continue.
Oh yeah, that too. Crazy things happen on that day.
Yeah, things continue to move and shake. We'll see what happens. Now, as we go over to the defensive side, Rusty, man, the Jets made a move for Minkah Fitzpatrick. What are your thoughts about that? Did you like that trade, and do you think he can be effective here with the New York Jets at safety position?
Well, last year he had more interceptions than our whole defense combined, even though he had one. So whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a good guy to put back there.
Mm-hmm.
And we did get him at a good price. I still think we should draft a safety.
Mm-hmm.
But hey man, that guy's knowledge of ball, and I still believe he's got years. He's how old is he? Like 29 or something?
Yeah, he's somewhere around.
He's not bad.
Yeah.
He's not old Yeller yet. We don't have to take him out to the shed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's good.
Yeah.
But who knows? He might reemerge, get the fire back. He's back home.
Mm-hmm.
He's from Jersey, so I mean, yeah, I don't know. And then I like that we have the Marcus back. People are like, he's 37, but
DeMario, yep.
DeMario, my bad. And but he didn't become an All-Pro until he turned 30, and then he did it 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think he's a good guy to have back there because, oh man, I'm praying and praying and praying that we get Sonny Styles, not Orville Reese or any of the. I like Sonny. That's who I would take him at 2. I would trade with Saleh to go back to 4, but I don't think he's going to get past like 5 or 6 or latest the Redskins. I really don't, or Washington Commanders, whatever their names are. But yeah.
But so
Sonny's him, man.
So you're not you wouldn't move down at all for nothing. It's just Sonny Styles at 2 and that's it.
Oh no! I would trade with Tennessee back at 4.
Okay.
And because I really think that Saleh wants, Reese or Bain, probably more so Reese. But I would tax him. You know what I mean, and do it subconsciously, like probably get us a 3rd, get us something for next year in 2026, and sneak in. I don't know. Let Muji work his magic. He seems to be pretty good at it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, I listen. Once he blew away that combine, I said, "Wow, he definitely." Because I remember before his a lot of people were talking about.
I've been watching him for 3 years, man. It's crazy.
Man, let me tell you.
And I don't mean to be like that, but it's just I've seen him evolve. Like it's insane. Seen him evolve from like a safety, then all of a sudden to. A no-joke smack-around linebacker. He's basically one of the main reasons why the Ohio State won the Natty last year. And even up into this year, like, he gave Indiana some sort of fits, both him and Curry. And Orville Reese was nowhere. You know what I mean? Like, Reese hasn't shown up, like, since week 8. Like, he was good in the beginning of the year, then all of a sudden it's like, where'd he go?
Yeah.
And that's what I don't like. And then plus Sonny, he had the green dot on the helmet. He ran that whole entire defense. The kid is smart. Like you said, he's fast as anything.
Oh, man.
Well, he was faster than, what, DK Metcalf and other people when they put him next to, like, their ghost runs or whatever?
Yeah.
Dude, then you have his brother. Holy moly. Like, that family has some crazy speed in their freaking gene pool. It's insane. But for him to move that fast, that being, what is he, like 6'5", 247? That's insanity.
Yeah. Yep.
And he hits like a freight train, too. He's not afraid to do it.
Dude, he's a monster. He's a monster.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, when he crushed that combine, I was like, well, I know that they were projecting him to go like, you know, in the mid-teens, 15, 16, 17, something like that. I was like, he's definitely going to go somewhere near 10, maybe a little bit higher than 10. And again, I know that there's people talking about taking him at 2. I wouldn't blast the Jets if they did that. But I'm telling you, if we could trade down and get some capital and still be able to grab him 5, 6, or 7, something like that.
That'd be my dream.
Man,
I'm with you.
That would be such a wonderful move for the Jets.
I'm with you 1,000,000%.
Like
you said.
I also want to talk to you a little bit, too, because I know you talked about Reese. Would you be upset if we ended up with Reese? If we did move down and somebody moved up and took Sonny and Moogie went with Reese, would you be upset?
Probably a little bit, to be honest.
Wow.
Yeah, because I've seen it, you know, and I'm not, you know, I'm not being a jerk right now.
No, I know you love Sonny, but
about USC and Ohio State, but like, I've just seen it, man. Like Sonny Styles is just it. I almost would rather, but it stinks what's going on with his Achilles or ACL, what's going on with Downs. But I would or you know what, dude, I would rather take Tate, honestly, and then flip it, and then go grab the monster Vega, the other kid from Penn State as a lineman. I know it's not, you know, the thing that most Jet fans want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Then in the beginning of the second round, you know, get a linebacker, get a defensive end, because, you know, it's deep. But, man, like Sonny Styles is him, man.
Yeah,
but
no, he's a great player.
I don't trust Reese. I really don't.
Wow.
I don't. Yeah.
You're like the first guy that I've heard say that. I
know, and I'm a Buckeye too.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Like, you are the first guy, especially a Buckeye guy, that is like, I don't want to have nothing to do with Reese. Everybody and their mama wants to draft Reese. I've
seen Caden Curry be better than him.
Oh. And
he was a defensive end for Ohio State. He got 11 sacks this year too.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. If the Jets took Reese, I have no issues with that either. I wouldn't have any issues with that. Again, I love Sonny Styles though, but I wouldn't have any issues if they were to grab Reese at 2.
I mean, if he did turn into Minkah, you know, that'd be insane. But I'm not seeing it. If it happens, I would love to be wrong. You know, if it did. But I want Sonny, of course, number 1. But you know, I need Crow over that. I'd be like, okay, I was wrong. So what? You know, look at this thing.
No, I hear you.
You know?
Yeah, and we'll keep talking about the draft, you know, as that time comes, and coming back to free agency with the New York Jets. Listen, they get Joseph Osai. What are your thoughts about him, man? There's a lot of Jets fans that looked at this signing and was like, okay, he's coming in. You're saying he's a pass rusher. He had 5 sacks last season. Why did y'all give him $34 million? What are your thoughts? Do you think this is an overpay? Do you feel like the Jets are just confident that they're going to be able to really turn him into like a production monster in this system, or, you know, that Aaron Glenn is hyped about having him in the building to, you know, be really able to kind of utilize his skill set? What are your thoughts about this, man?
That's the guy from Cincy, right?
Yeah, he's a guy from Cincy. Yep.
Yeah, and I believe he went to Texas in college, and Texas ran a 3.4, and he was the one smacking people around. He was actually really good at Texas, so I think they're probably betting on that. You know, they're going to install a 3.4 here, and knowing Muji, he probably has an exit plan if it doesn't. You know what I mean? Like how he can trade somebody, or, you know, cut him, or, you know, do something. But I'd be pleasantly shocked, but not too much. Like he might be, like one of those things where it's like, whoa, how'd the Bengals let him go? It's just how they're set up in defense.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope he does, because wasn't he averaging like 5 sacks a year or something like that with Cincy?
Yeah, it was like he had 5 sacks 2 years in a row. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, at least he comes from cold weather too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like Cincy is a lot colder than it is in Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it might. I think it could. I mean, dude, I think he's gonna be better than Clemens.
Yeah, I mean, he
so
be better than Clemens. All Clemens is known for is penalties in the clutch. That's about it.
I know.
Penalties in the clutch. He gonna do something stupid on the field for sure. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm not knocking any Jets.
But that's a big amount of money, though. You're right.
That is a lot of money for a guy. Only had 5 sacks last season. But again, maybe Aaron Glenn sees something where he's like, this guy is really gonna, go crazy in my scheme, and I'm going to be able to utilize him, and that 5 turns into 10 this year. We'll see.
Or he scouted him too when he was at Detroit.
Yeah,
and liked what he looked.
Like what he saw. Yep.
Yep.
Like what he saw. Yeah. So that's what I'm definitely keeping my eye on to see if this guy actually pans. But that is a lot of money for 5 sacks. I will say that. What are your thoughts about the trade of JJ though, man? Because JJ now gone. He was a guy that I was waiting on to come back this year because I thought that I'm telling you, I was thinking JJ's going to come back with Will McDonald. JJ is going to be ready to go, fully healed from the injury. I think he's going to go crazy, you know what I'm saying, in this year. Then they send him to the Titans. We get Sweat.
Yeah,
what are your thoughts about that move, Meg? Because, again, I thought that this was going to be JJ's year to completely turn things around and really have that double-digit sack season for the New York Jets.
I'm with you, dude. Like, yeah, I liked him too. And we finally had somebody from, like, the state of Florida that worked out for us. You know what I mean? That doesn't happen for us at the end.
Yep.
And when they do, they're all of a sudden gone.
Mm-hmm.
And sort of in a way also, that's why I think Saleh is going to definitely call the Jets on draft day, because I think they're targeting Arvell Reese and want to have JJ on one side and Arvell on the other. And who knows, we might get some kind of ransom for it. Maybe not a king's ransom, but might get a princess ransom or a prince ransom or a queen's ransom for it, and we could probably snag Sonny, God willing. But that one hurt, and of course he goes to Saleh.
Yeah,
go figure.
We'll see, man. But I tell you what, getting Sweat in the building, if he can. I know there's a lot of talk about him, that he loafs and all these other things, but, man, if he can come in here and just be that run stuffer we need, because the Jets are getting ran on way too much last year. There was a lot of moves that the Jets made in free agency that I think screamed, hey, we're not going to get ran on anymore. Like that.
Yeah, we got some beef now.
Yep,
we got some beef, dude.
Some big guys
some big old
up
fatties.
front.
It's good.
Yeah, Oniyama, Onimata, excuse me.
These names are getting complicated.
Yeah,
but, it's good.
Onimata, guys, being brought in. Even Demario Davis. Like, Demario Davis is a guy, again, in the passing game, little suspect at 37, but he is, I'm telling you, he's going to destroy you in the running game. So,
he's a missile.
Yeah, so a lot of these signings that we've had is guys bringing in big guys that are going to clog up the middle, so we're not getting ran on anymore.
Yeah, Minkah Fitzpatrick, he's a hitter too, man.
Yep.
He's not afraid. Yeah,
yep.
They're ready to be like, all right, if you want to do it, we might miss a tackle and might cause, you might get a touchdown off it, but if it hits, you might not finish this game, and a ball might pop up, and we might finally get an interception.
Exactly. Listen, is there a player that's still out there in free agency that you want to see the New York Jets target?
Honestly, not really. Just because I would have said Linderbaum, but we'd have to pay like I don't think that's achievable. Because didn't that fall through with the Ravens?
I was just hearing something about that. I gotta check that out. But I was heard they pulled out of the trade or something like that. They pulled out of a trade.
That's what I heard too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was a trade? I thought he was a free agent.
No. It was a trade I heard that they pulled out of. Like maybe they backed out of the Max Crosby trade or something like that.
Because wasn't? Oh wait, was it? Wait,
Linderbaum
was
was a Raven. Linderbaum was a Raven.
Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently it got called off. Apparently the trade that the Raiders were supposed to send Max Crosby to the Baltimore Ravens for the 2 first-round picks.
Yeah.
According to what I've seen, the trade was called off because Max Crosby failed his physical in Baltimore.
So
this
then
is fresh.
So then Linderbaum didn't become a Raider because of that? I thought they signed him for like $86 million, and then it.
No. Linderbaum still signed with them. I was just talking about the trade.
Oh, so Linderbaum's gone, right?
Yeah, from what I know, Linderbaum's gone. Yeah. But that trade with Crosby fell through.
I wish that we would have got Woolen. That one stunk.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Maybe a kicker. I know that sounds crazy, but I hope we draft Zeta or Zada, the kicker from my arch nemesis, Michigan. That kid never misses, man. And he's used to kicking in the wind, the cold. He hits from like 64 plus. He's good.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. Like they're doing their thing, man. Like they really they're putting they're building something.
What kind of letter grade would you give?
It's looking good.
What letter grade would you give Moogie at this point in free agency?
I wouldn't give him an A, but I would definitely give him a solid B. It's not a B plus.
Okay.
He's got positional value, veteran awareness and value, and if you go crazy in the draft, you've got a lot of these veteran guys who can guide these rookies and came from winning organizations or what I mean, or are all pros, and if they weren't from a winning organization, they were from a winning defense, except Minkah on the last one when he was with the Fish.
Yep.
It looks promising, but I don't think we're going to get more than like 6 or 7 wins next year, but we're not going to look absolutely horrible, I don't think.
Yeah. Before I let you go, Rusty, what are your thoughts, man? What's a signing around the league that surprised you? There's a lot of people looking around. To me, I'll tell you what, it's going to be tough to see Mike Evans not in a Buccaneers uniform.
Yeah,
I never thought he was going to not be a Buccaneer. That's just me.
I thought he was going to be a creamsicle for life. I'm with you.
Yeah, for life. It's going to be so strange to see him in a Niners uniform, but that's just
I heard a dirty rumor, though. I heard something.
Okay, go.
I don't like it either.
Yeah. Give me your thoughts.
Myles Garrett is supposedly in talks with New England.
Come on.
Yeah.
Enough is enough, man. Enough is enough.
I know. Sorry.
Enough is enough.
Heard that.
That's a rumor.
Heard that.
Enough. Come on, man. Why?
Yep.
They already got AVT. It's like, come on, man.
It's not cool, dude. I don't like it. Yeah, I heard that. And I saw, the guidelines of his contract and the way that he worded it with his agents and what the Browns would adhere to. And, it has to be a contention of a Super Bowl franchise, stability, and it would take this year's first, this year's second, and next year's first and next year's third or something like that.
I don't know. I hope that does not happen. But
neither, dude.
It's not out of
That'd
the realm
be terrible.
of possibilities. It's not, especially with New England being so close to a Super Bowl. They got to a Super Bowl this year, and
yeah, it's terrible. They picked number 31.
Yeah,
stinks.
So
yeah, sorry, dude.
No,
but that's what I heard. That's what would shock me the most and hurt the most.
Yeah,
it'd be terrible.
Yeah, that would be awful.
Well,
thanks, Rusty.
You're welcome, bud.
Yeah, thanks for calling in. It's always just a bundle of joy to have discussions with you about this football team. Listen, man.
When on that high note of our draft and bees, and then sorry to drop that Garrett, Myles Garrett thing. Yeah.
Next time I have a show, I want to hear from you, Rusty. Man, thanks for calling in.
You got it, bud. Salute to you, Joe, and salute to to the fellow Savages. Let's get our guys, and please let's get Sonny Styles and do very good in this draft.
Absolutely. See you around, Rusty. Thank you for calling in. Listen, hold on a second, caller. We're I really hope that does not happen. I really hope that don't happen. I really, really hope that the New York Jets don't have to deal with Myles Garrett in a Patriots uniform. So I really hope that does not happen. But we'll keep getting to these lines again. 805-885-0467. Is this Val on the line here?
Yes, sir.
Val salutes. Listen, for those of you that do not know, Val, he's a savage. He is a savage. Val is in the building. Chris, we'll come back to you. Chris, you're going to be next. But Val, salutes to you. You are in the building. Listen, Val, a lot of things moving and shaking right now. The Jets got free agency going on. What is the move that surprised you the most so far that the Jets have made?
Most definitely that. Well, listen, salute to the chat.
You sound a little far away.
Joe.
I don't know if you're on your headset or something, but on your Bluetooth, but disconnect that so you sound a little far away.
Is it better?
Say it again.
Is it better?
It's a little bit better. Yeah, go ahead.
40.
Are you there? Val's trying to fix his headset.
Yeah, hear me now?
Yeah, that's perfect. Go ahead.
Okay, so I was basically saying that salute to the Savages, salute to you, Joe, and I would say my most impressive signing was definitely the Miami signing, because we only got him for a 7th round pick, and he's in the division as well too.
Yeah, Minkah.
And Meek is really good.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really happy about that, because listen, that is a huge upgrade from Tony, and also from Cisco as well too.
Yep.
Because we was having a huge problem when it came to that.
Mm-hmm.
Cisco was all over the place. He didn't even know where to be at times. So I would say that is definitely a huge upgrade for us.
Mm-hmm. No, you speaking facts. You speaking facts. That Minkah, I was a little shocked. Okay, like you said as well, in division, like that's wild. You never really see teams do stuff like that.
7th round pick?
Yeah, and it was the Dolphins. We can't stand the Dolphins. And like you said, 7th round pick. It's like, I'll take that all day. And he immediately gets the extension, so he's going to be here. And that's just a good move for the Jets, because they really needed some safety help. So it was good to see that Moogie addressed that. And like you said, I was shocked as well, right along with you. And I'll tell you what, man, even adding Dane Belton, another guy that is a sure tackler, can use some special teams help. I think that was a solid move as well. What are your thoughts about the trade of Jermaine Johnson, man? Some people were shocked that happened. I thought that Jermaine was going to come back and ball this year, but we end up with Sweat. We send Jermaine to the Titans. How do you feel about that, man? Do you think that was a good move?
50-50 on that, Joe. I can't even lie, because, we was excited. I mean, just think about pre-injury, man. That man was definitely taking a step up.
Mm-hmm.
He was dominant against. I mean, my highlight of Jermaine Johnson was that Browns game where he was just dominant. Even though we lost the game, but he was just dominant. He just took his game to a whole nother level. And I'm just like, man. But, Robert Saleh definitely got that Titans job and said, listen, I need some of my players that I drafted to come here. And that's exactly who made that phone call. And what did we get back from that trade again, if I'm not mistaken? We got the defensive tackle.
Yeah, we just got the tackle. We got Sweat.
Oh, okay, got you. So it was player for player.
Yeah, player for player.
Listen, I could understand, because we was getting run on like it was no tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
So I could understand why we needed that depth and stuff. So, yeah, we definitely needed that. But, again, we're giving up pass rushers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Will McDonald is going to be a lot on him this season, and I know we just got that guy from the Buccaneers. I mean, not the Buccaneers, from the Bengals. So it's going to be a lot on them, man, and hopefully we draft some edge rushers in this draft, because we do have a lot of picks as well, too, and they just got to do their due diligence and hit on these picks and stuff. So, because we're giving away a lot of our home run, hitters that we had in 2022. So it's getting to that point, man.
Yeah, we'll see what happens in the draft coming up. I think they'll I think they'll definitely address edge at some point. A lot of people want them to go edge early. I'm big on Sonny Styles. We talk about, of course, the draft is coming up. We're going to continue to talk about it. But I think the Jets possibly could end up with him and probably should. There's a lot of talk about Reese as well being in the mix too. I would not be upset at all if they come away with Reese. That'd be good business for me as well. But yeah, the Jets, man, I wanted to see JJ in a Jets uniform this year, but it is what it is. They got Sweat into the building, and we got some guys up front, that are definitely going to be fighting and scrapping to not look the way that they did last season. The Jets were getting destroyed last year in the run. It was insane to watch that. It was just embarrassing at times to watch them get bowled over the way that they were defensively. It was just mind-boggling. But as we continue to talk about this defense, man, Demario Davis is back. He's going to be helping us in the running game as well. What are your thoughts about this signing? Because there were some Jets fans that was like, 37-year-old linebacker? Yeah, I mean, he's a former Jet, but why bring him back? What are your thoughts about it?
Listen, man. Remember the theme last year was, get rid of all the veterans and get rid of we're going completely young and completely, signing 1 year prove it deals and stuff.
Yep.
This year around, they're getting veterans. So
Mm-hmm.
I already knew last year what it was, and I told you that from the beginning because I already knew some of the signings that we was having. I'm like, yeah, we're not gonna try to win this year,
Mm-hmm.
even though. And this is the problem with I had it with Aaron Glenn. I know I'm getting off the track. He should have just said this is a rebuild year. Like I need to build the culture instead of and that's why he's getting the kind of the hate that he's getting right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I said, all that answers that he did have, it was gonna reflect back to the wins and losses, and now everybody want to get rid of him and stuff. But now he has to redeem himself and possibly win a lot of other games. But going back to what the subject at hand, I would say man, Davis is still good, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I hated that we got rid of him in the first place because he was really good, for us. He was definitely dominant when it came to the run game. Yes, he has coverage problems as well too, from what I've heard. But he's definitely gonna be on those runs, and he's gonna be on those running backs, especially when it comes to it. So it's going to be very hard to run against us this year so far, with the pieces that we that we acquired.
Yeah.
Because we got a lot of experience and veterans. So the defense is going to be definitely stopping those runs because when we went against the Bills and we went against, other teams, they were just running up on us. I'm glad that we actually, even quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
That was a huge problem too because when we went against mobile quarterbacks, they were just killing us.
Mm-hmm.
Even when we went against the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
So that's exactly what we need. So we got that veteran piece, and if we do go and get that Avery as a second pick in the first round,
yep,
he has a veteran right there to teach him the ropes, and and we got him for what, 3 years or 2 years?
Yeah, about I think it's like 3 years or something like that. Yeah.
3 years.
Yep.
That means he's committed. That means he loves playing football. So he's gonna be, he's a player that is, and we already know his personality. When he's committed, he's committed. He's kind of like a C.J. Mosley, but very vocal in a way. So he's a great veteran piece, and I'm happy that we do have him on this team. And welcome back home.
Yeah. Oh, my bad. Demario's 2 years. Minkah's 3. But yeah, so we got him for 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah. Demario.
Yeah.
Yeah, Demario's. Let me tell you something. He's just like you said, man. Demario is a guy that I'm looking at and I'm saying, man, he's gonna come in here and teach a lot of these young guys what it means to really be a pro in this league. Like, hey, we're gonna be prepared. He's gonna be a locker room guy. He's gonna be a guy that is gonna make sure that things are right in there. He's gonna be a stand-up guy and a leader in that locker room. And the Jets need that. The Jets need that. They need that. Like we saw it last year. They need that. They need guys to come in and help change over this culture. They need that. So as we continue to talk about this defense, you're giving us some really good takes here, Val. Man, you go over to the offensive side of the ball. The Jets made a play, man. Jets got Geno Smith in the building for a trade. What are your thoughts about that, man? Geno's back.
Welcome back. Listen, man. I understand it's 50-50. People are happy. People are mad about the situation. But listen, did y'all want Mac Jones? Did y'all want any of these other players that was out there? I mean, at the same time, guess what? We're not even paying Geno. We're basically paying him the minimum, and it's a low risk, high reward. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of how we traded. We basically got rid of Aaron Rodgers. We're still paying Aaron Rodgers, and the Steelers are paying him pennies and stuff. So it's
Mm-hmm.
basically the same way in a different way. So shout out to Muji for doing that. And I thought he was a free agent, but I didn't even know that we just traded him. And when I heard the details, I'm just like, oh, this is definitely a win because Geno, as you can see, Geno went to the Raiders. That team is not good. You know what I'm saying? The offensive line was terrible. As soon as he hikes the ball, boom, there's a defender right in his face.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, I will say, Geno's good, but it comes down to decision making. But just like how Rusty said, that man can throw the ball. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He's very good when it comes to slinging the ball, pause. But
Mm-hmm.
other than that, he's gonna definitely get it to Gary Wilson's gonna be happy with Geno Smith for
Yeah.
sure because he's gonna pass to him the ball and get it to the other players as well too. But I will say, as I've been saying this for about 2 years, we need to get another wide receiver because yes, I do like the other additions that we did good, but
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we still need to get better at the wide receiver core just
Mm-hmm.
to be sure because again, if Garrett Wilson goes down, we're basically we're out of there.
Yeah.
So I really want either a wide receiver through the draft or trade for a wide receiver as well too.
Yeah.
And I think it's that Jaguars wide receiver.
Yeah.
Thomas.
I think the Jets will address it. I've been talking about. I think Mekhi Lemon will be a great, fantastic get for the New York Jets.
The guy from USC?
Yeah, I think Mekhi. Yeah, the guy from USC. He's really good. I'm just gonna
Okay.
the same way I was telling
Well,
people,
if
hey,
you
the
could
Jets to
compare him
draft
to,
Jake
who you
London.
compare him to?
Nobody wanted to hear it, and we see Drake London is doing his thing. Mekhi Lemon should be the guy that the Jets draft. He'll be there a little bit later around when we have that second round pick, and I think
Kings?
the second pick in the first round. And
Shout out to the Colts.
yes, shout out to the Colts. And I think that I think we should be able to grab him there, like you said as well, to give the Jets another option, another weapon out there alongside Garrett Wilson. And I think that would be a good move. Now, you talking about weapons, the Jets franchise Breece Hall, man. There's some Jets fans that are not happy about that, but they did it. What are your thoughts about that situation? Do you think the Jets will end up trading Breece Hall, or do you think they'll be able to work out a long-term deal with him?
I mean, listen, money definitely brings happiness to certain players and certain people. So I feel like if the number is right, he will be happy with it. But as you've been begging for, Joe, and you've been screaming this since probably about 2 years, we need to pay Brees Hall, man. Like that's another weapon out there, man.
That's a
'Cause
fact. Yeah.
you've been echoing this, and also Garrett Wilson as well too. We got to pay that man. You know what I'm saying? Because now we're letting too many weapons go, and I understand they have their culture and everything, but one thing about Brees Hall, he's gonna show up and show out if you give him the ball.
Mm-hmm.
So we just definitely got to do that and draw up some players for him and get him involved. But we definitely got to get him some money so we could so he could stick around and be that weapon for us in the future as well too. So
Yeah.
I just really feel like he's a talent that's been showing out for us, and he's been really doing his thing. And I think he definitely deserves his money and going forward because, like I said, I understand they want to get their pieces in here, but he's definitely one of them that could fit into the culture of any that. But I just feel like we need to get him the right amount of money, and I understand that they always devalue the running back position, but. I feel like this is a gem right here, and I really believe in Brees Hall because he would definitely take it over the top. So I would, in my personal opinion, if I'm the GM, I would definitely do right by Brees Hall, even though they just got here. So
no, you're talking facts, and I want to see him be a Jet long term as well. But man, the way that they're playing this game right now with him, and everything that's gone on, with the Jets, they keep losing. There's been a lot of questions, and there's going to be a lot of questions going into this year as well because Aaron Glenn's on the hot seat. I mean, that seat is hot.
Yeah.
And if he don't figure it out, he could end up being gone at the end of the year. There's just so much going on. And even Breece Hall's utilization within the offense, even before they got rid of Ingstram, was a question mark. Like, it's just it's just a lot of stuff going on. But we'll see what happens in the future. But I want to see Breece Hall stay a Jet. But I'm telling you, I would not be shocked at all if they move on from him on draft day. I would not be shocked at all if there's some team that wants to grab Breece Hall and it's like, hey, let's make this trade. We'll give you some draft capital, and here you go. And Breece Hall moves on. And
but I heard that they was trying to trade him during the trade deadline.
Yeah, they was.
Tried to give him cheap.
They were. They tried to trade him. There was rumors
they a third round or a second round pick.
Yeah, there was rumors that they tried to trade him before the season started. That's when I was screaming like, "What are y'all doing? We need to pay Breece Hall, keep him a Jet." Then they got into the season, tried to trade him, and they couldn't get anything more than a 4th round pick, and that was from the Chiefs. The Chiefs wanted him for a 4th round pick, according to reports. Okay, and then of course, now that door is closed with the Chiefs.
Johnson rumors was going around too. Sorry, not to cut you off.
No, go ahead. The what? The what?
Oh no, even the Jermaine Johnson situation, they was trying to cut. They was trying to trade him. Remember the rumors was going around about Jermaine Johnson getting traded?
Yes, actually those weren't the Niners were trying to get Jermaine Johnson. They were trying to get him for a 3rd round pick. A 3rd round pick, and they passed up on the 3rd round pick, kept him, and then ended up getting sweat for him. That to me, if you were going to move on from Jermaine Johnson, you just should have done it. Like, there was no reason for you to keep him. That was a bad move by Moogie. That's something I didn't like. But yeah, right. So it is what it is. He's gone now, but you should have just moved on from Jermaine Johnson and got that draft capital from the from the Niners for Jermaine Johnson. But here we are. You sent him to the Titans, so it is what it is. Now, we're talking about, free agency and everything is moving and shaking around here. Is there a player that you want to see the New York Jets target in free agency that's still out there? Me personally, Thomas, that plays for the Jag, Brian Thomas, I want to see the Jets go after him. Salutes to JC.
Absolutely.
All the savages in the chat. He's talking about him as well. That's a guy I want to see the Jets target. Is there a guy out there you want to see them target Thomas as well?
Oh, no, I said it earlier, same as you, Thomas. I want Thomas as well, too, because I know, he had a bad season.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he had a down year. But I feel like, we get Geno in here. You got 2 different weapons. I mean, you got 3 or 4 at that. You know what I'm saying? So as much weapons you could get, that's how you know we're going to win a lot of games this year, So I feel like, he's definitely one of those ones that could actually, take the pressure off of Garrett Wilson and vice versa, and then that would definitely help us out a lot,
Yeah.
And make us playoff. Hopefully we can make a playoff run with this team.
Yeah. So before I let you go, Val, because you've given us some great takes, what is a signing around the league outside of the New York Jets that shocked you, man? I talked about it earlier. Mike Evans being a Niner, I'm stunned. Like, I just never thought he would not be a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. That's just me. So that's my shocker. But what's your shocker? I know this Max Crosby stuff, that trade falling apart is shocking as well.
Right, that's shocking. I was just saying in the chat that Max Crosby, I was like, wow, I was going to say that was my shocking moment, but, that had got, vetoed. So I'm just kind of shocked about that. But I would definitely say is definitely Mike Evans as well, too, and also Kenneth Walker. Going to the Chiefs.
Okay.
Mr. MVP of the Super Bowl because he balled out.
Yeah.
And he had a little exchange with his owner, and I guess they had their little celebration when it came to the Super Bowl. And the owner was like, "Oh, we tried to, do a negotiation, and things got a little weird." And that was a little shocking. And then he ended up signing with the Chiefs right after. So yeah, that was kind of a little situation right there.
It is what it is.
Because I'm not gonna lie to you. Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. He was balling that whole game in the Super Bowl.
For sure.
They could not stop him at all.
For sure.
He ran all over them. So yeah, he definitely deserved that MVP. And again, the kicker as well too. Another person that we got rid of, Myers, the kicker. That I don't even know why we got rid of him, but yeah, he did his thing as well too in the Super Bowl. But yeah, those were my shockers. I can't even lie to you, Joe. But I'm just happy about Geno. How do you feel about Geno's?
I like him being brought back. He's just a consummate veteran. He's going to come in and do his job. That's it. There was nothing that the Jets were going to do to put them really in a position. Of course, we know he's not going to be, one of the top. I don't expect him to be like a top quarterback in this league. I just expect him to come in, hold the fort, get the ball to Garrett Wilson, keep guys, up and ready to go, not just, hurt the team in any way. So I'm all right with it.
Right.
I'm all right with it. It was either him,
how
Carson
many years
Wentz.
do we have him with?
Geno, I think he's got 2 years left on his
like,
contract. I think it's 2. I believe it's 2 years. I think it's this season.
Because they gave him a 4-year deal, so it's probably 2 years now. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
they gave him a 4-year deal.
Yeah, I think he has 2 years left, so it's this year and then next season. And again, we got him really cheap. I thought it was a good move by Moogie. You get him really cheap. You all you gave away was a 6th round pick, but you got a 7th rounder back. I like the move. I like the move altogether. I really, really do.
Right. And so they pay off the rest of his contract for the
well, we get him for the vet minimum. We get him for the veteran minimum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I think it's like $1.3 million we end up paying, and then
that's beautiful.
Yeah, they pay the rest. So it's like it's a win-win. They actually get something instead of just releasing him for nothing, and we get him into the building. We don't have to compete with a bunch of other teams for a service, and hey, we get him for the veteran minimum. I mean, really, when you really think about it, the Jets really won because I don't think Geno Smith would come back here willingly. I don't think that Geno Smith would necessarily come back here willingly, okay? We went through a lot of stuff here. I know it's a different regime and different coaches, but if another team were to come to him and say, hey, you can come over here. We'll give you A, B, C, and D.
Right.
Maybe, but, there's a lot of talk that Geno was interested before this. So, but, just being able to get him into the building and get a guy that, is a veteran QB that's coming in here, no nonsense, and he's going to be able to take care of business, I think, is a good thing. And he's cheap. He's dumb cheap. So, great move. Great move.
Really cheap, yeah. Great. Oh, so are we going to release Justin Fields, or we're keeping Justin Fields?
I think they're going to release him. Me personally, I think they're going to release him tomorrow because that's when free agency officially starts. Is Wednesday. I forgot what time, but it starts Wednesday. I think they're going to.
I'm hearing Carson Wentz's name.
Yeah, I think Carson Wentz is going to be the backup. I think Geno Smith is going to be the starter. Carson Wentz is going to be the backup. That's what I think. And I think the only reason Carson Wentz's name is getting around is because, Frank Reich is here. So
yeah, he has a lot of ties to Frank
Reich.
Yeah,
he got ties to Frank Reich. He knows the system, so easy peasy.
Right.
I
love it.
And I don't think the Jets are going to take a quarterback. I'm going to say this right now. I do not think the Jets are going to take a quarterback in the first round. I don't.
Absolutely not.
I know people talking about Simpson and all these guys. Listen. Maybe they take one later in the draft or something like that. Maybe later in the late rounds. But no.
But Joe,
this
is why I'm so happy that Dante Moore stayed in college, because it forced us to build the team correctly. That's why I'm happy. Because had Dante Moore been in the draft, it would have forced us to take Dante Moore at number 2. And I'm so glad that we can actually.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just so happy that we actually, could build the we don't have that pressure to get a quarterback at number 2, because if we would have missed out on him, then he would have balled out for another team. Then be like, oh, you missed out, or if anything, So I'm just happy that we could actually focus on building the team correctly. Then 2027 is a stronger draft when it comes to getting quarterbacks. That's what I'm happy about.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I got a feeling that I don't think the Jets would have drafted Dante Moore anyway. Now, he would have. You could have utilized him. You could have mortgaged him to get capital from teams that are QB hungry, just like us. But I just got a feeling. I just don't think the Jets were going to draft Dante Moore. I know. I just felt like that was a lot of smoke. I just don't think they would have done it because realistically, I mean, to me, to be completely honest, Mendoza is really the only guy. He's far and away the number 1, and I'm not even sold on Mendoza, to be completely honest with you. I'm not.
Yeah, me either.
I'm not sold on Mendoza. I was never sold on Simpson. Even more, I'm not sold on him. 2027 is that, next year's draft is when you're going to go grab a quarterback. You got Manning in that
Right.
class if he comes out. You got Manning is going to be in there. There's going to be a host of other guys. I'm not at this point. Maybe next season we'll see. But at this point, I wasn't totally sold on Moore either. I just wasn't. Not sold on anyone.
Right.
So, but, it would have been interesting to utilize that for trade capital. But, there's still, people want to move up for these pass rushers. Reese, some people may want Bain over Reese. There's a lot of talk about that. So we'll see. But
Are you sold on Reese?
I'm sold on Reese. I think Reese is going to be good. Taking him at 2 wouldn't make me mad at all. Even though I love Sonny Styles. I've been talking about him.
Who's Sonny Styles? I'm sorry.
Sonny Styles?
Oh, what is his position?
He's a linebacker. He's played safety
Okay.
before, all that stuff. Yeah, he's a guy that's being talked about as well. I talked about him on the last show that I did, and I would love to draft Sonny Styles. I think that he'd be able to come in here and do so much with the New York Jets, but he blew the combine away. I'm talking about blew it up. He tested sober. I'm talking about, and I knew he was gonna do that. I knew it. But it wasn't just like the athletic stuff that he blew everything away. He tested well in the interviews. Like, people loved him in the interviews. Like, teams were talking about how well spoken he is, how smart he is. So it's just like, that's I want him to succeed in the league, but that's absolutely going to raise his draft stock. So at first it was looking like 18, 17, maybe 15, somewhere around there. Now he's going to be somewhere near the top 10 for sure. If not,
yeah, because I'm looking at Take It Down. They got him going to the Giants at number 5.
Mm-hmm. Like there's all types of mocks out there. Some people say the Jets would take him at 2. I wouldn't be upset if the Jets did that. I wouldn't be at all. But yeah, he went from the teens, and he was good. He's been balling in Ohio. He been balling out there. And now he's, talking about being in the top 10.
So do you think he's better than Avery? You think he's better than Reese? Controversy.
I wouldn't say better. He's just a monster. He's just a monster. Because Reese is really good. Like, to me, Reese, Bain, him, they're really good players. Me personally, what I want to see the Jets do, I'd rather have the Jets draft Sonny Styles.
Sonny? Oh.
I'll put my takes out there. I'd rather have the Jets draft Sonny Styles over Reese. But none of them are bad. None of them. Reese, Bain, or Styles, none of them are bad. Neither one of them are bad. None of them.
Because I'm looking at Reese, and I see linebacker and I see edge.
Dude,
so
he is a monster.
Us getting rid of Jermaine Johnson, and now that we're like kind of in limbo when it comes to edge and stuff, I can see why they're doing the Reese.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing is that Sonny Styles can come off the edge too. He's not a guy that you can't put on the edge and have him do some stuff as well. So it's like he has that ability. He has that ability. He's so explosive. He's so explosive. And on top of it, he's a guy that I'm telling you, you could put him, you can play around, move him around in safety. Like, there's a lot of things you can do with Sonny. A lot of things you can do with Sonny. That's what I'm telling you. I'm not, I'm telling you. I said it before. I've been said 2 guys I want the Jets to draft in the first round. Like I said a month ago. Sonny Styles, Mekhi Lemon. It's that simple. It's not. This is not rough. Okay, this is not crazy. And again, I love Reese. Arvell Reese, I think he's great. I don't think he's a bad player at all.
You wouldn't be mad if you see Reese?
No, I wouldn't be mad at all. If the Jets take Reese at number 2,
gotcha.
I'm cool with that. I'm more than cool with that. Let's go. I have no issues with that at all. If the Jets move down and miss out on Styles and Reese and just take Bain, I'm cool with that too.
Ooh. Okay.
I'm cool with that too. Like, I'm not upset at all if they end up with one of those 3 guys. I am not mad whatsoever. Not mad. But my preference is Sonny Styles. Now, I don't know about taking him at 2. If I can trade down to 5 or 7 or 6 and get Sonny Styles, that's what I want to do. That's been my plan, though, from the jump. From day one, I've said I want to trade out of 2 and I want Sonny Styles. Before, it was I want to trade out of 2 down to 10 and get Sonny Styles. I don't know if he's going to be there, right? I personally think he could be there, but it's not a sure bet. Not as sure as a bet as it was before. But if I can trade out of 2 and come down to 7, I think I'm still in the running for Sonny Styles. I'll do that. But if the Jets take Sonny Styles at 2, I'm fine. I'm cool with that too.
Okay.
I'm cool with that too.
Listen, I can't wait for the draft, man. Talking about this, man.
For sure. And we're going to talk about it. Listen, Val, this has been a phenomenal call from you. Next time I have a show, I want to hear from you, all right?
Absolutely, Joe. Listen, shout out to all the Savages. Hit and like, subscribe to Joe. And listen, man, I'm just happy that we got Geno back. Welcome home, Geno, and Mario as well, too. And I give the grade a B+ as well, too. So, yeah, that's all I got to say, Joe.
Absolutely. Salutes to you, Val. You have a good one.
Yes, sir. You
Listen, Val calling in. Val calling in with some takes, all right? I know. Listen, people talking about that talk, all right? People talking that talk. Sonny Styles, I've been talking about him. Been talking about how much I want to see him in a Jets jersey, all right? Chris, hold on a second, Chris. We're going to come to you in a second. Hold on. I know you got some takes, and I want to hear you. Hold on a second, all right? Salutes to all our Savages in the chat. I'll see y'all again. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so when I post content, you'll be in the know. Give the stream a thumbs up, and anything you give to the platform, you want to donate, super chat's up there. Cash App is at the bottom of the screen. Anything you give is greatly appreciated. Salutes to all the Savages, okay? Edward Stewart, salutes to you. He says, we need a competitive QB room for them to compete anyway. That's a fact. He also says the Jets need to get Mason Taylor more involved. That's a fact, too. I don't know what's going on around here. You drafted the guy. I don't know why we're not utilizing him as much as we should be, but Mason Taylor should absolutely be more involved in the offense going forward next season. Salutes to JC. Good to see you in the building, JC. He says, give the Jags a 5th-round pick and get Brian Thomas Jr. from the Jags, then draft a wide receiver in the 1st round. He also says, quote of the day, the ability to build the team correctly. That started with the current regime being smart enough to tear it down. He also says, Sonny Styles is a culture changer and a super athlete. I don't see how he can't do what Reese can do and more. Styles' football IQ is amazing, transitioning from safety to linebacker. Stand on it, Sonny Styles. Let's go. Okay? Salute to all the Savages, man. Edward Stewart says, I'll be happy with either, rather have Styles. Yeah. Listen, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. I've been talking about Sonny Styles, and I know that, like I said, once I saw him blow that combine away, I said, well, the jig is up. Okay. The jig is up. All right. Can't hide no more. All right. We see you. Peekaboo. We see you. All right. So he's on everybody's list. All right. If he wasn't before. And he's definitely going to go. We're going to see what happens. But again, I will not be upset if the Jets take him at 2. Chris salutes. Good to see you.
Hey, what's up, Joe?
And hear from you. For those of you that do not know, Chris is a savage. He's a savage. He's in the building. Good to talk to you again, Chris. I'm so glad to have this discussion with you. You know what I'm saying? Some shows we miss you, but you in the building.
Yeah, I know, right?
And you're going to talk that talk. So let's start, man. Geno Smith is a New York Jet. Jets made the trade with the Raiders to get him back in here. What are your thoughts on that move, man? Were you shocked?
No, I thought he was the best what was left, but I did think that when I texted you on your thing today, I did think that Cleveland was going to try to move Deshaun Watson, but I didn't, but I don't know. I thought that was coming. But he was the best. He was out of the offense and the way they want to do things. He was the best that was that was left. So I mean they had to take him, and I mean Chip Kelly was a bad offensive coordinator. So I mean you can give him a pass, and maybe he's grown up. So we'll find out, man. We'll give Geno a shot, man.
Yeah.
Give Jay. Maybe he maybe a second time around he'll do the right thing. He'll do good.
Yeah. And you get it for cheap. we got him for really cheap.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Like I said, he's gonna come in and be that needed veteran quarterback. So
Right.
I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it. I think it's a good move. I wouldn't be surprised if they go, dip back into that QB pool as well, that free agent quarterback pool, and grab Carson Wentz as well to come in and be the backup. But, I don't think it's a bad move. I don't think it's a bad move. It sets the Jets up to evaluate the talent at wide receiver, and it also sets them up to, grab their guy that's really going to be their franchise guy in 2027.
Yeah.
So
I agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
I'm not, Geno. I'm like, well, out of the things that was left, I would thought that he was the only guy that, he had some mobility. He has a good, strong arm. He can get the ball out. He can get the ball downfield. He's a very good guy that can throw the ball down the field. So, we'll see what happens,
Yeah.
As long as he doesn't try to play hero ball, he's on fine.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
when he tries to be Patrick Mahomes, that's when he gets in trouble.
Yep. No, you're speaking facts. Now, as we continue forward and we talk about this team, especially offensively, man, the Jets, AVT signs with the Patriots. John Simpson goes back to Baltimore. He signs with them. The Jets have a gaping hole there at guard, man. What are your thoughts about those two players getting away from the Jets, not being able to resign them and retain them? And what do you think they're going to do there at guard? Do you think they address that in free agency? Do you think they address it in a draft? What do you think they do?
Well, here's the choice that you had, right? And unfortunately, it came down to this, right? Were you going to keep Joe Tippmann or are you going to keep AVT? Because you got to pay Joe Tippmann, right? So you can't have 4 offensive linemen making big money, right? So Joe Tippmann's eventually going to have to get a contract extension. So, I think you're going to have to go in a draft one of these guys, or maybe get a veteran. There's some good veterans that you can get. I'm sure Aaron Glenn has the pan. Taylor Decker just asked out of the Lions. He's familiar with some of the system, Aaron Glenn, and we can be okay at guard. Everybody on the offensive line doesn't have to be a first round pick. And AVT, once he's healthy, he's really good. But were you gonna take that chance to give him all that money and all those guaranteed money, and he gets hurt again? We've played without him and we've been okay. So, that's the one way I look at it. We've been better, but we have played without him. And, that's what I think. I think he's a good guy. I think wish him well. But, I'm not like, oh, wow, AVT is gone. So, he gets an injury in week 5 and he's out for the season. What is it, So you don't know. It's a very unknown. Usually players get injured, stay injured, You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing in football, you got to, if you have it wasn't like one injury. It was multiple years.
Yeah.
So it was a big risk, man. It was a big risk, and you got to pay Joe Tippmann. I want Joe Tippmann on the team. And you maybe get somebody in second round, second, third round, and get somebody like the guy from the Vikings, get a very offensive line guy can move the thing. You can get some good play, and like I said, I think it'll be good. We played without him, so we've had a running game. And Joe Tippmann is a beast. So we'll see.
No, yeah,
we'll see what happens.
I'm not happy about it, especially with him going to the Patriots. I don't like that at all. That really sucks. But I understand, especially when you hear according to reports, again, there's been some reports saying that he was not interested in coming back to the Jets at all, and he just wanted to get out of here. He was just a guy that was not going to re-sign with the Jets, wasn't interested in re-signing, just kind of felt like, I keep getting hurt here, just let me out of here, let me go somewhere else, and get some things, moving. Like
I said, sometimes when you've been to another place, you need a change of scenery. It's
yeah,
just like
a fresh start.
Any job that you have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But there's some good offensive line. We got three picks next year. And we can get another offensive lineman. We can get somebody that's good. So we're gonna get somebody that's good. We get somebody that's 70. Somebody who actually stays healthy. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, and he can say what he wants about this. I mean, the organization that. I mean, I can agree with him. The organization's been a dumpster fire. I mean, with Aaron Glenn and you know what I'm saying. So, I mean, I mean, I with Robert Saleh and Aaron Rodgers. You know, the one thing I say about Aaron Glenn, like you know, and like I said, I talked to this with some people that know him, man. And one of the things I talked to about Aaron Glenn is like his biggest mistake was not tearing this thing down in the first year. You know what I'm saying? That's what he shouldn't have tried to win with Salah's team. He should have just said, okay, that's it. He should have got rid of everybody. We would have rebuilt this, and this would have been our first year. But now the man is kind of fighting for his job. You know, he's coaching for his job. So,
Well,
but
I hear what you're saying, but I think that Aaron Glenn's a bad coach, and I think he was bad year one. And I think that salutes to my Kendra. Good to see you in the building, Kendra. I think that Aaron Glenn has a lot to prove this year. He absolutely does. Because you know,
I mean,
it wasn't just coaching. It wasn't just it was Robert Saleh's players. Like that's not the biggest. That was not the biggest issue. The biggest issue was the fact that Aaron Glenn couldn't put together a defense that could produce, period, or stop anybody. And he's the defensive guy. I understand he had Wilkes in the building, and I get that. That's cool and everything, right? But you're the head coach. Mm-hmm. You were brought in here to fix this defense. If you saw that Wilkes was not doing his job, you should have stepped in earlier to take care of that. That's part of being a head coach. Part of being a head coach, especially when you're in charge of a rebuild, is to set the standard. He did not do that, right? Then you also,
like I said, you're right.
Then you also look at his game management. Like, that was atrocious all year. He was the guy that let what was like a minute and 50 seconds run off the clock before the half. Not once. Yeah. He had like 2 of those issues this season. Mm-hmm. And though he did a lot of things to set the Jets up to lose games. So I understand people want to take the pressure off of him, right? And try to say, oh, well, it's just his first year. There's a lot of things that Aaron Glenn did this year that should have gotten him fired. And he would have been fired had his contract not been so big. And we all know that. We all know that.
Well,
come on, Chris. Let's be real.
Look,
I get hold on, Chris.
You're right. You're
Chris,
right. You're
when
right.
we have
Listen,
conversations, do we not keep it real?
You're right. But
okay.
I don't think. Listen. Let me just tell you. I don't think he's Gerard Mayo bad. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he's. I don't think he's he's Gerard Mayo.
You don't think he's bad, Chris? He's bad. He's really bad.
I think what he did was here's what I'm saying. Hear me out for a minute.
He's really bad.
I think because he was around Parcells, he was around Sean Payton, he's around these other things. He's around things. He thought that he was ready to actually sit in the big chair, and he thought he was ready for things. So he came in kind of overconfident in a way. He knew the organization. He knew the fan base. Like, he knows what it's like to. Like I said, I told one of the other show guys. I'm like, he hears what y'all saying. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, when y'all talk about this stuff, it doesn't go unnoticed. He knows what you feel. He knows, like, this guy knows. This guy, you know what I'm saying? He knows what the Jet fan is about. It's not like he he knows. He feels that. I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say that about any coach unless I've seen it myself. He knows about this franchise. He knows what Jet fans, how it feels to be mocked. He feels it. And I guarantee that man's working every day till midnight. I'm just telling you, Joe, I'm saying midnight. Because when I used to live in Uniondale, I used to go out there. Shout out to Long Island out there. We seen us being around the Jets, like, in that time when Parcells was there, before Parcells was there. Right? Before, when Kotite was out there, everybody was walking around with their head down. I remember ran to Leonard Marshall. He was like, I was like, Leonard, what you going? I went to Leonard Marshall. He was looking at his head like, I don't know if we're going to win. He's like, we don't know if you're going to win. But as soon as Parcells came in, he changed, like, the culture, the attitude, the situation. So he felt a loser organization before. You know what I'm saying? it's like maybe he's not the GOAT coach, but I'm saying this guy's gonna go try his heck off, and we're gonna see. We're gonna see, man. But I know,
Yeah.
but like I said, I would never bet against that guy. I'm just telling you, Joe. I would. There's a one dude that you don't bet against is that guy, man. I'm telling you.
Well, listen,
I'm telling you, Joe. You might be surprised.
Listen, I'm not betting against him. I'm just saying I want him to succeed. I'm gonna say that, and I've said that he was one of the guys that I wanted. I talked about that, right? When we were on the coaching search, he was one of the guys. I said, listen, please get Aaron Glenn. But what I saw year one was atrocious.
Right.
And what I saw year one often during these games was appalling, to the point where I was like, I don't think that he knows what he's doing. And the reason why I was very open and adamant about wanting him fired after this season was because, like you, and you spoke on this and you were speaking facts, this is a rebuild. This is a full-blown rebuild.
Right.
They're going to tear a lot of this, like they're going to almost tear it down to the studs pretty much, especially with what they're going to do to the defense. They're changing the defense over to what Aaron Glenn wants to run. That means a lot of guys that are here are not going to be here soon, because some of these guys cannot run the scheme that Aaron Glenn is going to install. That's a fact.
Right.
That's a fact. So there's going to be a lot of turnover. But the problem is that when you have bad coaching, your rebuild will fall apart real fast. And I want to make this quick because hold on. I want to make this real quick because I want to talk about other stuff with you as well, because I want to hear your takes on free agency. Is that when you have bad coaching, and I compare this to when we had Todd Bowles. Anybody remember that? Todd Bowles was a bad head coach. He was terrible. Now he went to Tampa Bay and did his thing over there. Whatever. And I wish him nothing but success. I'm glad he went over there and had some success. But with the New York Jets, he was horrific. He was so bad. He was so bad. And guess what that did? That made it very tough to evaluate players here with the New York Jets. That's why Sam Darnold got up out of here. Look what happened with Sam Darnold. Left, bounced around, went to Seattle. Now look at him, right? Super Bowl champion, balled out. Big contract over there, and he's going to be over there for some years to come. That should have been our franchise quarterback. There was other players around there as well when Todd Bowles was here that we couldn't figure out who they were. We never got their full potential reached here because of him. When you have bad coaches, okay, when you have bad coaches and you're trying to be in a rebuild and you have bad coaching, it'll mess up everything. To get through a rebuild and really push and really come out the other side better than you went in, your coaching has to be tip top. Your coaching has to be locked in. Because if those players that you have that you're trying to build up, if they can't lean on anything else, they have to be able to lean on your head coach. And a good example of that, and I'll give the floor to you, is look what the Patriots did with Vrabel. Vrabel came in and everybody was like, oh, the Patriots, you're going to have to tear that all down. Drake May's trash. All those guys are trash. Vrabel came in there. We're going to change this, change that. Be a part of the system. I'm going to get you up out of here. Like, he came in and look what happened. Super Bowl year one. Drake May was considered a bust. Everybody said he trash. He's garbage. You're going to have to draft another guy. Drake May looked like a MVP this season. They didn't go sign
the pieces, but hear what I'm saying about Drake May. They put an offensive line. They completely get rid of the whole offensive line. They got a new defensive. They brought in a whole big. They gave him Stephon Diggs. This is my argument. Like I tell people all the time. Like you got to surround your quarterback with weapons. You know what I'm saying? And the Jets. If you look at what the Jets is, you had Garrett Wilson. Everybody, this is what I'm saying. Everybody knew the problem. There was nobody else but Garrett Wilson. Mm-hmm. Everybody knew the problem. There was nobody else but Garrett Wilson. You know, and the defense, we knew we needed a defensive tackle. You know what I'm saying? We knew we needed. Everybody was in the draft screaming for one, and we didn't take it. You know, so, you know, I mean, I think it was an overall problem. These guys just get you to the job. But one guy I wouldn't bet against. I wouldn't bet against this dude, man.
Okay.
So
I mean, but that's on Aaron Glenn too, because he was the one that brought in Justin Fields.
Right.
He was the one that brought in Justin Fields.
Well, I have a different opinion about Justin Fields. You know,
But that's
I
on
have
Aaron
a whole
Glenn though.
different opinion.
Aaron Glenn wanted Justin Fields so much so he didn't even let anyone compete with Justin Fields for the starting quarterback position. They
Good.
ran to Pittsburgh
think-
and signed Justin Fields and said he was the starter day one. He don't have to compete.
But this is what I'm saying.
So,
with
that's
Justin
what-
Fields. I'm like, oh, Justin Fields good. What did he have to throw to before Garrett Wilson? What did he have? He had nothing.
He did.
You know what I'm saying? And no, he had Garrett Wilson. Mason Taylor's a rookie. Rookie tight ends don't do that good. And he had a bunch of like fourth and fifth wide receivers who couldn't even get open. Patrick Mahomes wouldn't did anything with that, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I'm
well, maybe
telling
if
like,
you utilize
know what I'm
Brees
saying?
Hall better, you know.
That comes on with the offensive coordinator,
Mhm.
man. The game against the Patriots, you saw Vincent Justin Fields when you saw him against the Patriots.
Mhm.
Everybody was dropping passes and everything else. So I don't blame. Listen, I know Justin Fields doesn't read defenses well,
Mhm.
doesn't think. But to me, how would Jalen Hurts work in the Jet uniform with that team last year?
Well, I mean, come on,
You
that's
know what I'm
Jalen
saying?
Hurts, though, baby.
That's
Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts would play well. He played better than Justin Fields.
But you can't. But how would Jalen Hurts work with you have nothing? He just have maybe AJ Brown, and that's it. He don't have Dallas Goedert. He don't have Saquon Barkley. He don't have no defense. He has a rookie tight end. Not even somebody who's a veteran. A rookie.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And a good offensive line. You would run the football.
But
Justin Fields did.
Here's the thing, though,
you know,
Chris.
but he's not good at reading defenses. I tell you that he's not good at reading defenses.
Yeah.
But I think under the right situation,
Mhm.
Justin Fields could be a good quarterback because you would have to run. I mean, he did it in Pittsburgh. He was decent with Pittsburgh. You saw the weapons he had in Pittsburgh, right? He had Spider-Man. He had all these other people. He was decent in Pittsburgh. He won a couple of games in Pittsburgh. He was decent. He wasn't terrible like he was.
Listen.
The Jets don't have – listen, the Jets only had Garrett Wilson. That's it. I'm sorry to say that. And Brees Hall. That's it. They only had two players.
We know that. We know that, Chris. Listen.
How do you expect a wide receiver? How do you expect a quarterback to go out there if his name's not Patrick Mahomes and go out there and just you have the defense blitzing you? None of your guys are getting open. Like, you know.
Listen, I'm not sitting here. I'm not sitting here saying that the Jets should have gone crazy or nothing like that. We knew that the Jets weren't going to be good. But my point is that Aaron Glenn was not good as a head coach either. He was really bad.
You're right.
Really
You're
bad.
absolutely right.
And that's that. Like, my point is this, is that, yeah, Justin Fields wasn't good and everybody wants him out of here now, but Aaron Glenn was the guy that chose Justin Fields. So when we talk about the offense not producing and there being issues at quarterback, well, that points right back to Aaron Glenn as well because you chose that guy. The same way that people bash Sulla for choosing Zach Wilson. See how that works? I'm just holding people accountable. That's all I'm doing. I'm not saying anything else, right? I'm not putting something on Aaron Glenn that he did not do. No, you did that. You did that. That's that. That's all I'm saying.
You're right. You're right.
That's all I'm saying.
I get it.
That's all I'm saying. So as we continue on, though, Chris, because you do bring some fire takes, I want to talk to you about this Jets defense, right? DeMario Davis back.
Yeah. Yeah.
DeMario Davis here.
Yeah.
Jermaine Johnson gone. I'm shocked about
that.
Minkah Fitzpatrick, the Jets traded for him. Like, this is crazy.
About that.
What are your thoughts about these moves, Chris? Talk to me.
Oh, man. I'm ecstatic about the moves. I think the defense is going to be finally since I forget this defensive tackle we had, and that's when Salah's defense was and he got hurt. I forget what his name was, but now that we have a real defensive nose tackle to do this, we're going to be able to stop the run, man. I'm just mad every time when guys are running like 5 yards and. You know, we finally be able to stop the run, man. We got some guys that can actually stop the running of football, man. So I like what free agency is going so far. I don't have too many complaints. I don't have to. I mean, losing the guard, but I think so far so good. I mean, I don't have no complaints. I think we're on the right track. I think we're on the right track. You know, we just need to get a wide receiver. You know, but I think if we get a wide receiver, we can be good. But let me ask you a question about the draft, the draft, and like I said, I know that people want to trade like the 44 pick for Brian Thomas. The Redskins are looking to trade back in the draft. Would you trade 16 and 44 to move up to 7? Hello, hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Would you
Oh,
trade? I was saying, can you? Would you? I don't know if you hear me. I like
no.
the draft. Uh, I mean, with the free agency, what they did. But
Uh,
I'm just saying for the draft, would you trade 44 and 16 to move up to 7 to the? Because I think Washington's looking to trade back, and then you could draft Sonny Styles at the
mhm.
number 2 and probably get Ruben Bain.
I wouldn't do it. I don't think the Jets need to trade up to move up anywhere. To be completely honest with you, um, I mean, getting Bane, I guess that would be wonderful to come out with two guys, but I wouldn't do that. I think we need to
Mm.
be gathering and collecting picks, if anything, not just for this year, right? If we can, that's why I'm hyped on the ability for the Jets to move down from 2 down and gather
Right.
maybe a third round pick or maybe another second round pick if people are really feeling froggy.
Right.
Gather another third or second round pick, whether it be in this draft or next draft, so that we can continue to utilize that capital. And
Yeah,
this is
I
why I'm
agree with
thinking
you on
like
that.
that is because again, next season or next year's draft, it's going to be packed with quarterbacks. And if let's say for some reason the Jets win 7 games this year or 6 games, there's probably going to be a team that's going to win less than that. Maybe 2
Mhm.
teams that are going to win less than that.
Right.
So now you sitting at 3 or maybe 4. Let's say something crazy happened. We sitting at 4. Uh, bruh, Manning, Arch, people are gonna
Yeah.
go
Well,
crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think the Jets are in a good position because they could trade. I mean, they could honestly for Archer managing, they could really trade 4 first-round picks.
yeah, but do you want to
And
have to do that though? I don't
I
want to
know, I
have to
know, I
trade
know you
for
don't.
first.
I know you don't want to do
Yeah,
that. Right.
I don't want to do that. So I hear what you're saying, but I want to if I'm in that position, and it's not just the quarterbacks either. There's a wealth of talent in that draft coming out.
Yeah,
I
I
want to
know.
gather as
I like
many
Julian Sands
picks
too.
to run into 2027 and grab whatever it is I need that I don't have answers to. If it's another pass rusher, if it's another guard, if it's another wide receiver, if it's a whatever, I want
Right.
the freedom to be able to do that. So while I hear you, I would not do that, especially due to the fact that the Jets, the second round in this year's draft, the Jets have stuff they need to address.
Yeah.
They don't.
But they
Again,
got. I think they solved a little because I like that cornerback they got from Chicago. I was shocked that they got
yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah.
I
We
was
haven't
like,
talked
I
about
said,
him
that,
enough
that,
tonight.
is that a lie?
Nashawn Wright, I was a little stunned myself that he's
That
here.
was crazy.
A little stunned myself. Okay, a little
I
stunned
was
myself. I'm
stunned
not gonna lie.
when I came up.
Not gonna
I'm like,
lie.
that's no Pro Bowler.
Yeah,
I was like, wow, they got him for that.
yeah.
I'm like, wow. I'm like, because in the draft I was looking at in the later rounds, even the middle rounds,
Mm-hmm.
one of the cornerbacks that are there.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, me, if I could, I think they're drafting Arvell Reese. I think they're going after Reese. I think they're going after the upside.
That could be.
But if I could trade back to 7, and I could get I can really get because people Makai Lemon, or I can get somebody like that. You may have to do it, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
you may have to think about it.
Man, I've been talking about it. I want to trade down to 4 or 5, somewhere in that range, maybe a little bit lower, maybe 7, and draft Sonny Styles. And then 16, I'm fairly confident that Lemon is going to be there around the teens. And I think we can still grab him at 16. And
the Cowboys
yeah,
want to trade up.
Yeah, I know.
The Cowboys want to trade up bad.
Yeah.
But are you willing to go down to 12 and 20? The Cowboys want to trade up bad.
Yeah.
You know, the Cowboys want Arvell Reese.
I don't know if they. I don't. It'd have to be a crazy package, but I don't want to see going down to 12. That's
Cowboys
really far down the board.
Yeah.
Like that's really
the
far.
Cowboys.
If you're targeting, like I said, Sonny Styles is my target. If we're targeting Sonny Styles, I don't know. I don't think he's gonna at this point.
No.
With the show that he put on, I don't think he's gonna be there at 12. I just don't. So
I think Salah's taking him. If you ask me, I think Salah's taking him.
Yeah.
I think he's going to Titans. I think he's a shoo-in to go to Titans.
Not if Reese is there. I could see Sulla.
I think they got Jermaine Johnson.
Yep.
And they got our guy John Franklin Myers.
Mm-hmm.
I think Sonny Styles is shoo-in to go there.
I'll tell you what.
The Giants may want to trade up for him, but I don't know.
If they want to trade up, let's say I think Sulla would be willing to trade up with the Jets, move up to 2, and grab Reese. That's what I think would happen. I could see the Jets coming down from 2 to 4, getting maybe a 2nd-round pick or a 3rd-round pick, coming down to 4. Titans get Reese, and we get Styles. Yeah. That's what I could see. Now I'll tell you what: if the Giants jump, I honestly think the Giants would take Styles at 2. Me personally.
Yeah, the Giants want him bad.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about the Giants. Yeah, that the Giants being all about Styles. So
the Giants want him bad.
Yeah.
So the Giants may trade down. Giants may offer the Jets a 2nd-round pick.
Yeah.
And their 4th.
Yeah.
Maybe you take that. I don't know.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. But so my final question for you, man. What do you think is? Well, I got 2. What would you give Moogie as a letter grade for what you've seen so far in free agency? And outside of the Jets, what is the most shocking move that you've seen so far in free agency? Something that really stood out to you?
Tonight. So tonight, definitely when the Baltimore pulled out of the trade. That's incredible. Wow.
Man, fella physical, say goodbye.
Hey.
Fella physical,
they actually
say
agreed
goodbye.
To get Max Crosby. They made the trade.
Yeah.
And then they said, nope, we're pulling out of it.
You know how it go. Fella physical.
And I give.
Say goodbye.
I give Bougie, like I said, another caller. He said a B plus, and I said, yeah. I said that's it. You know.
Yeah.
Not in a B. I would say, for that cornerback, I say an A, man.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Nobody thought he was good. Nobody thought you can get him for that kind of money.
No.
I'm just gonna be honest with you, man. Mm-hmm. I thought he was getting $60 million. I'm like, man, Jets can't get that guy. You know, 6'4", he's a quarterback. He could cover. He could tackle everything. Like, and he was a Pro Bowler. They got him for $5 million. That's impressive, man. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Now that I'm impressed. But yeah, Brucey gets like an A. And the most shocking move was what happened tonight. That's wild, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. It's crazy. That was wild to see. Listen. And again, I'm going to keep saying this. Mike Evans being in a Niners uniform is going to be so weird to me. It's insane. But that Crosby situation, he ends up going back to the Raiders, and the Raiders grab Lindenbaum too. Oh my goodness. It's rough.
That's why they canceled the trade.
Yeah. It's rough. It's rough. Listen.
That's why they canceled the trade.
Chris, this
because
is
they signed Lindenbaum. They outbid them, and they got mad,
man.
and they canceled the trade with them. I've
Listen.
never seen nothing like that. That's a first for
Yeah.
me.
Well, I mean, Max failed the physical. That's what gave them, the right to cancel that trade. Max failed the physical. It is what it is. He failed the physical
Well,
there, which is
they'll have
shocking.
to take a little bit less. They'll take maybe a second-round pick, I guess.
don't know.
Maybe something else for next Clippers.
I don't know.
They're gonna have to get them up out. I mean, they're gonna have to get them up out of there. That's blowing up their cap money. They're gonna have to trade them. They're gonna have to trade them.
He gonna have to pass the physical. Ain't nobody gonna take him unless he passed the physical somewhere. He gonna have to pass the physical. But I'll tell you what, that
they're
Myles
not gonna
Garrett,
be able to sign any more free agents.
There's another rumor. Myles Garrett trying to get up out of there. He trying to get away from the Browns too, so he might be on the move as well. So we'll see. We'll see. But Chris, this was a phenomenal call from you.
Right,
Next time I have a show, I want to hear from you. All right.
All right.
All right. You have a good one, man. Listen, Chris calling in. It's a lot of talk, man. A lot of talking that talk, bro. A lot of talking that talk. This has been a phenomenal show tonight. Phenomenal. We've been talking for a minute, okay? I got to get up out of here. My schedule's crazy. Listen, folks. Man, phenomenal show. A lot of great takes tonight. A lot of great takes, great callers. Salutes to all the savages in the chat. Rusty, I see you in the building. JC says, trading 4 first-round picks for a QB is a disaster. That player will have the most pressure ever. I'm a believer a rookie needs to sit minimum 10 games. There's some people in the Jets fandom that thinks like that too. But, I mean, these days with quarterbacks, the way that this league is set up, you do what you got to do to get your guy. All right, especially franchise leader. And the Jets are in desperate need of a franchise quarterback. Desperate need. So, if the Jets aren't first in the 2027 draft, they better put something together. And you better have as many picks as possible. Because if you think you're going to get Manning for anything less, if you think you're going to trade up, and I'm telling you, get anything less, you better think again. Like, this is a guy that they're talking about. Anybody remember the hype that the Jags quarterback, his name escapes me. Man, the hype he had was crazy. Anybody remember that? He was like the highest rated quarterback ever, and he's been all right in the league. But when you talk about the potential being there to be a franchise leader, as good as Manning is, and he comes from a lineage of quarterbacks. What is his uncle is Peyton Manning? Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? This is a win. You take this guy and he's going to lead your team for years to come. Bro, we didn't seen it. Teams will blow out whole drafts for quarterbacks. We've seen it. Look what the Browns did with Deshaun Watson. Gave up as much as they could. Right? We've seen it. So, listen, we'll see what happens going forward. We're going to close out this show. Phenomenal show. I want to thank everybody for calling in and being a part of it. Salutes to all the savages, everybody in the chat. Listen, I'm the man of the people. I'm here for the people. Let me shamelessly promote my Facebook page. Everyone go on Facebook, search The Long Beach Joe Show. Like that page. My content's up there. Go ahead and give it a listen. Message me. I'll message you right back. I love going back and forth with you folks about this football team. Also, leave me some feedback. I love hearing about what you folks think I do here on the Long Beach Joe Show. All right. I'm also on Twitter as well. I am also on Twitter as well. Going over to Twitter, type in @ The Long Beach Joe, @ The Long Beach Joe on Twitter. Go ahead and follow me. I'll follow you right back. I'm the troll that lives under the bridge, and I will have my Tufele jersey on at all times. Okay? J Tufele. He's the only SC guy that's here. He's on IR. It's just J Tufele. ATV is now he's now a Patriot. That makes me sick. Okay? Makes me sick. I wish him nothing but the best, okay? But that makes me sick, okay? But I'll have that jersey on. Me and Jay will be trolling, all right? I'm also on YouTube as well. Long Beach Joe Jets on YouTube. Subscribe, hit that notification bell. Give the streams, videos a thumbs up. Share them across social media with your friends and your family, all right? And I want to thank everybody, man. Listen, when you see me in person, okay, because I don't hide, I'll be outside. You will see me in person. When you see me in person, it's arms out, chest open, free hugs for everyone. Free hugs for everyone. The hugs will cost you absolutely nothing, okay? I want to thank you folks for listening. Thank you folks for taking the time out of your day to join and say what's up to your boy, all right? Without you folks, I'm absolutely nothing. Thank you for taking the times out of your day to join in with me, talk that talk. And I want to thank everybody that views the content and interacts with the content as well. I truly appreciate y'all, all right? Truly appreciate y'all. So until the next show, I got to get up out of here. You folks have a good one. Peace. Hold on a second. Pow, I should be back. All right. Listen, folks, got to get out of here. Listen, link is in the description to my link tree. Go ahead and check in with that. Has the links to all of my social media, everything that I'm doing. We have a lot of fun on here for anybody that is new here. We do this show year round. We'll continue this show. The way I'm taking calls right now may change. All right, may change coming soon. But right now, this is what we're doing. 805-885-0467. That's the number. Call in. If I miss your call, I will call you back as y'all saw tonight. Okay? Here we are. Salutes, McKendra. Kendra, good to see you in the building. She says, go Bears. Okay, all right. Listen, to be on the show and to call in, you do not have to be a Jets fan. Okay? We have fans from all over, as y'all well know. You know, the Savages that have been here. We have, Raiders fans, Falcons fans. We have fans from all across. We even had Patriots fans call in here. You know, as long as you show respect, you know, you can talk a little crazy. I'll let people, you know, but don't get too crazy. You feel me? Don't get too crazy, but I'll let people talk a little crazy, but not too crazy about the Jets. But we welcome everybody. Call in, talk about what you got to say, talk about the Jets, and you know what I'm saying? And, you know, talk about the Jets and let us know your thoughts about what you see. So let that be what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You know what I mean? We're enjoying ourselves. We're trying to figure out what's going on here. And got some players that we need to go after. So we're going to see what happens. Salute to Rusty. He says, Blog Talk got cut like Bustin' Fields. Blog Talk is, yeah, that's a thing of the past. We're moving forward. All right? We are moving forward. So, yeah, that's the way we're taking calls right now, but that may change in the future, okay? So, definitely call in. The only thing I don't allow on my show is cursing. Don't call into my show cursing because I'll get you out of here fast. Don't do that. It's a family show, all right? We have young people, older people that listen to my show. Can't have you cursing on here. Don't do that. Also, YouTube is very sensitive, okay, when it comes to cursing, all right? And I love YouTube, okay? So I have to respect them. Don't call into my show cursing, all right? I understand people get emotional. I get emotional. You know, we all love this this team. But don't call in here cursing crazy because I will hang up on you fast, all right? Fast, all right? Also, when you call in, make sure you have a good phone, as y'all heard tonight. Sometimes people call in on like a Bluetooth headsets or something like that. And, you know, sometimes you got to disconnect from that because as y'all see, you know, it can cause sound issues. So please call in, you know, with a good connection. Don't call into the show with a phone you found in a Home Depot dumpster. All right. Don't do that. All right. Call in, have a good connection, know what's up. I do call people by area code as Edward said. I'm never gonna tell who that was. I'm never gonna tell anybody. But if I call you by area code, if I know your name, then I'm going to call you by area code. All right. But if I don't know your name, if I know your name, I'm calling you by your name. If I don't, then I'm going to call you by area code. Okay. There's been people in the past that didn't know their area code and they just sat on the phone for forever. Okay. And then they hit me up and was like, hey, I've been calling in for a while. Why don't you ever pick up? You don't care. You blocked me, blah, blah, blah. And I said, whoa, slow down. Slow down. I didn't block you. I don't block people. Okay. What is this your area code? And that person was like, yeah. I said, well, I said your area code. So if this is your area code, you just should have said something. And they was like, are you sure that's I said, yes, where are you from? And they told me where they were from. I said, then that's your area code. And they said, oh, well, I didn't know that. Yeah, that's your area. Just know your area code. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Just know your area code. It's cool. It's cool. I'm welcoming. I want to have that discussion with everybody. Okay. So salutes to everybody. I want to thank everybody for being involved with the show. Salutes to everybody. That's on. I can't see my Twitch. I can barely see my Twitch people, but salutes to everybody that's on Twitch as well. McKendra, I saw you earlier. I think Darzy. I think I've seen Darzy too. I'm not sure, but salutes to Darzy as well, and everybody over there on Twitch. So, because my Twitch chat is tripping. I don't want y'all to think I'm not paying attention to you. I just can't see you because it's tripping. So, salutes. Salutes. D says, but I want to watch you, but you're a little judgmental. I'm not judgmental. I listen to everybody's takes. I may not always agree with everybody's takes. Okay. I may not always agree with everybody's takes, but I'm willing to listen to everybody's takes. Okay. So, please call in, and chop it up. We have a really good time here, and we get straight to it. Really good free agency for the Jets so far. It's been low key, really good. So I'm excited. We also, we play games sometimes here. Oh, we also watch live games together as well. Sometimes when my schedule allows. My schedule's wild, but when my schedule allows it, we sit down and we watch games together. So please, get involved with that as well. And then after that, we have a live radio show like we just did right now. We also play video games as well. Sometimes I game on this channel when my schedule allows. There's so many people mad at me, and I apologize, but my schedule's just crazy. People like, Joe, you need to get back on here and start playing games. I'll do that eventually. All right. But schedule's just crazy. But so if you see me checking in, playing something, probably Street Fighter. Not Street Fighter 6. That game is trash. Street Fighter 6 is so garbage. Like, I don't want anybody else to talk to me about that game. Like, I'm so tired of Street Fighter 6. The roster, buns. The mechanics in the game, buns. Like, that whole game is buns. And the only reason people even like Street Fighter 6 is simply because it's not Street Fighter 5. That is it. That game is garbage. I'm so tired of that game. I'm so tired of hearing about it. I don't even like watching it like that. It's so bad. I cannot stand that game. And that roster is terrible. But I'm not here to go on and on about that. But yeah, I do play Street Fighter. I play various other games too. Various other games. We'll get to that. We'll probably get back. We were playing some scary games. I know that like Resident Evil, all kind of games be out. And I'll get back to playing that. We'll be playing some games at some point, but my schedule is crazy. Yeah, so we have a lot of fun over here. So just please subscribe, get involved with everything that I'm doing, and we're going to be back to it. Again, salutes to all my Twitch viewers. I can't see y'all right now. Can't see y'all because the chat's tripping. But I want to thank y'all for watching. And thank y'all for getting involved, man, for everything I do. Salutes to Edward. Good to see you in the building. Dan, salutes to you. Good to see you in the building. Dan 1105. Good to see you in the building. Rusty, salutes. Everybody, man, that comes on in with your boy says what's up. Outlaw, salutes and respect to you as well. JC, salutes and respect to you as well. Good to see y'all in the building, man. I want to thank everybody just for joining me. Christopher, salutes. Jules, salutes. Prestige, salutes. How about them Jets? Salutes. Doubled, salutes, man. Always good to just see everybody in the chat. Everybody just coming on by saying what's up and, showing, just kicking it with your boy, talking these Jets, talking sports, man. I want to thank y'all for that. This is why I do it. I love interacting with people, love talking about this team and just having fun, really having fun. The Jets, at some point, will figure out our way. So, yeah, and again, link tree in the description. A lot of content. There's more content I have coming. I'm telling you, we're going to have a lot of fun. But y'all see eventually, okay? But my schedule just got to get figured out. It's just really wild, all right? Man, everybody out there, I know some people's, it's a lot of things going on. Listen, be safe, okay? Be safe. A lot of things moving and shaking in this world. A lot of things happening. Don't ask me why they're happening, but they're happening. I want y'all to be safe out here, okay? Watch yourselves. Keep your head on a swivel and be careful. A lot of crazy people out there. I want y'all to be safe, okay? Sit down with your friends and your family. Eat some good food. Have some good meals. And let the people that you love know that you love them. It's important to me in my life, and I hope it's important to you in yours, okay? Man. It's really important because you never know. All right. So I'm going to get up out of here. Also, when you call in, hey, make sure there's no background noise. Okay. Crazy background noise. I'll move on from you as well. Because if my audience can't hear you and I can't hear you, I'm going to get up out of there. So, but again, we welcome all callers from everywhere. And I want to thank y'all. I want to thank everybody. Again, be safe out here, folks. And I will see y'all on the next show. I will let y'all know. It's always fun to talk to everybody. So until the next show.